I was just gonna say, does anyone watch like the food challenges on YouTube? I
No,
always watch
nobody
like
does.
I'm just saying,
No.
I watch like the Randy one and the girl Cantina. They're like a couple, and it's pretty good. I just watch it because I'm like, oh, I will never get to eat like that.
Yeah, I don't know. There are some times where
You
I'm
ever
like,
get-
where
I was gonna say,
oh god,
do you ever get anyone in your workplace doing any food challenges or anything like that? No?
nah, I'm not exactly the most sociable at work. I have like one or two people that I genuinely care about, and the rest can like fuck off. It doesn't help the fact that I have like resting bitch face, so I always look pissed off, and I think that scares away a lot of people. Because one of the servers that I'm friends with, she's like, because she doesn't give a shit what what mood I'm in or whatever. She will fuck with me, and it brightens my mood. So I genuinely helps. But like so many other servers are like, how can you talk to him like that? Like he has emotions. And she's like, yeah.
Right, Cal,
People just don't
because the
get it.
VPN was on, it gave you a different IP address, that's what it was. So that's my
I think he said he was
actual,
restarting his computer.
that's my actual IP.
Yeah, I've learned as well, like, you can get like a 2,000 calorie, like, pastry from like in America, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Christ.
you're all, yeah. Like,
I don't
how
doubt it.
can people eat that? Like, oh my gosh.
Hang on, let me Google this.
What is it that we're googling? What is the pastry?
It's like a pure, like,
Apparently.
big, massive chocolate pastry thing.
I don't know if you heard me, Cal, that's because the VPN was on, it was a different IP address, so that's the actual IP address now.
Cool. Thank you. I'll get this sorted. Because I was like,
I know in
Yeah.
But we do have equivalent to that is like Marks and Spencer's has this dessert and it's 1,000 calories. I have never actually, yeah.
We have tons of stuff that's super calorie dense.
This is definitely the insane. That's pretty standard.
I was on a Virgin cruise, and
Christ.
you don't realize because it's an American line.
Yeah.
Every food was so calorie dense. Like when we got back into Greece and I ate in a Greek restaurant, it felt as if I was having just like a cloud for a meal. It was great.
Yeah, I've never been on a Virgin cruise, but I've been been on Norwegian cruises, and yeah, it's I vacation on my stomach, needless to say.
We watched the documentary, on Netflix, the Poop Cruise. That was like so disgusting.
Barely a documentary.
Yeah.
They had the fire.
I've seen that on there, but
yeah, they had the fire.
I'm testing my mic.
Yeah, they had a fire and their electrics went out, and all their toilets were like electronic.
I saw the trailer for that, and I was like, yeah, I think I remember hearing something about it.
They got all blocked up because everybody's just animals. Like they gave them bags to shit in, and instead of like shitting in the bag and throwing it in the sea or just shitting off the side of the ship, which I just don't understand why people weren't doing that. They all started like shitting in the showers and the hallways and stuff.
Jesus
what the fuck? And then when the ship listed, when it was getting tugged in, it like obviously tilted to the side and everything like spilt out across the whole fucking ship.
Yeah.
So people were covered in other people's yucky.
Yeah. Thankfully, that's not happened to me on any cruise.
I just thought the funniest part about the ship was like the neighboring ships that were just like taking photos of them.
Yeah. That's helpful.
Well, they were just passing them. They couldn't take them.
They thought that they were going to be going on this ship. They were like, we're getting this ship. And it was like, no.
It was a definite sense of
no.
entitlement with the people that were talking about it on it.
Oh,
So all the staff were like from Poland and shit like that, and they were just kind of like, these things happen. You know what I mean? But all the guests were just like, this is unacceptable, and all that, and they were like, it was a fire, we couldn't fucking help it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, there's only so much you could do.
The staff lassie was kind of like, these Americans, they don't expect bad things to happen, whereas the rest of us expect it to happen. So it's just like, you just deal with it.
What I don't get is when the bar decided to like serve them all tons of drinks for free. I was like, that is just going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
And it was basically because there was just yuck all over the place.
Yeah.
And people were like,
that was definitely the stupidest thing to do. I've always like, that's one aspect of the cruises that I've been on that I just can't stand, is like all the drinking and the partying. It's like, I'd rather I want to go see places and eat nice food, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm too old for that.
I don't want to. Yeah. I just don't like people.
but it was like,
why are you going on a cruise if you don't like people?
As well.
Yeah, and why are you here if you don't like people?
You're surrounded by them, man. It's the worst thing to do.
Yeah, you're talking to them too.
Well, okay, for one thing, there's like 4 of yous.
You're not really
like
people.
That's nice.
You're like icons with a voice.
Yeah. Exactly, that too. You're a bunch of nerds. You barely count.
Oh, hell no.
And like I said, there's only 4 of you. If I really didn't like any of you, I wouldn't be here.
Definitely a way to phrase that better.
Yeah. Oh, great. What's the password?
As usual.
I actually really missed you, Glim.
Really?
Yes, I did. I actually really missed you.
She didn't message you in Discord, but she missed you.
I'm never on Discord. When was the last time I was on Discord? When we were...
That?
Yeah. I know.
No, it's fine, because people are busy, you know. I mean... I'm trying to find the Elden Ring, you know.
I'm still in my job, which is good. So, yeah.
That's good. Alright, so what are we doing?
Okay, so I'm just going to go with the same system as previously. The only thing is, where instead of just having like your character given occupation, you can write in any sort of discipline that you think your character will have expertise in. So you're not limited to just the occupation. You could also be something from a previous occupation, life experience, a hobby. So you can add in multiple things that you think your character's good at, and those will all be things that will come under if we choose if you get the dice or not. I feel like I was going very gamist when I was looking at like how to do it, like give you hundreds of different skills and stats and all that kind of stuff. But then I'm leaning more towards just going like more towards just pure narrative for this, because if we get too tied up in game mechanics, it can really limit you from like finding out things. And I'd rather it was just a case of like you just naturally come into things as your character's doing actions, you know what I mean? And just minimize the rolls. I'm going to change the insight a little bit so that you're always rolling insight when you come across something like creepy, spooky. So there's always chances of it going up as you encounter the stuff. But other than that, it's just going to be baseline. Callum, I mean, you didn't play in the last one, but I'm pretty sure you played in a one-shot or something where we've used the Cthulhu Dark system. It's still the same kind of thing. You get 1 dice base, you get an extra dice if it's under your expertise, and then you can always add the insight dice, the 3rd dice, to risk sanity to try and get a reroll, or to just have an extra dice when you're making the roll. And if that dice is the highest one, your insanity thing goes up. So it's like super simple. There are actor sheets on the side, on the right hand side. But 1955 in Nevada is going to be our setting. There's a lot of there's a lot of really interesting things kind of going on in this time period, and it's a sort of wacky kind of setting. So I love monster movies, and there's lots of monster movies and sci-fi stuff around this time. UFOs were huge because Roswell was back in 47, and that kind of implanted the idea in everyone's minds that there's definitely UFOs and aliens and government conspiracies covering them up, because that's where that all originated from. And all the movies and novellas and things like that came out at this kind of time just reinforced that. So it's very much in the public sort of psyche. It's a boom time for the States because production wise, you know, they were going off the charts. Manufacturing, their economy was like rocketing.
Oh yeah.
It's also, it's not the start of the Cold War because obviously that just kicked off right away after the Second World War, but this is where it's really like stepping up. And the fear of communism is, the paranoia about communism and infiltration from the Soviets is like rampant at this point. It's not this peak, that will be like in the sort of 60s the next decade, but it's definitely like high on the agenda for a lot of people at this point.
The Red Panic.
Yeah, and we know now, but people at that point didn't realise, but the CIA was doing all kinds of shit that would be highly illegal these days. At this point, this was when they were running their MK Ultra programs and stuff like that. The very beginning of it as well. So there's lots of like illegal experimentation going on, prisoners and all the rest of it. So that's all kind of going on in the background. And then of course, where we're setting it in Nevada, Vegas, it's not all massive high-rise hotel casinos quite yet, but 1955 is literally the year where the first of those are being built and opened up. So, and the reason they started doing the higher levels in the hotels and stuff like that at this point was because so many people were coming to Vegas to watch the nuclear explosions that were happening in the military test site to the north. So they started building higher and higher so you could get a better view of it from Vegas.
Oh, that I didn't actually know. That's interesting.
So they would have like massive cocktail parties with all these radium cocktails and stuff like that while they were watching nuclear explosions.
From their uranium glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So Vegas it's still, I mean, it's booming. This is when it's really kicking off. Legal gambling, legal prostitution. It's a mob town because, you know, it's all the mob and stuff like that. It's like funding a lot of this stuff. But it's before it's at the peak. This is just like the start, the crescent as it's rising.
Yeah. Not quite Viva Las Vegas yet.
Yeah, it's not got all the glam associated with it this time. I mean, it's kind of seedier almost, and also a little more kind of honest seeming because it's not got that facade. But it's right when it's happening, right when they're opening up like the first big massive casinos, stuff like that. So that's there. The town we're going to be in is a little bit outside of that because the place is, until Vegas became this tourist hotspot because of the nuclear and the gambling, it was just all these old mining towns and they were becoming like ghost towns very rapidly. So we're going to be in one of those little towns, low population. That's where the inciting incident is going to occur. There's also the military town called Mercury, which was built just to house people who are working in the military installation for the nuclear test site. In addition to that, there's also, I can't remember the name of the airfield now, but the airfield that would become to be known as Area 51 is also not that far away. There in the desert.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So there's all this mix of UFOs, aliens, paranoia, nuclear crazy stuff going on, breakthroughs in like quantum mechanics and all that kind of shit is also kind of happening at this time. So there's a lot to kind of draw in for weirdness, which makes it just like a perfect storm in place to have something weird happen.
I think I'm going to change my name to Catherine Graham.
Okay. So your
because
Laura,
she owned...
Well, let's get to that. So Laura's character is going to be a journalist from a newspaper in Reno, which is in the north end of Nevada. So she's not local to the area that we're talking about, but obviously, Laura, you do have like knowledge of the state and things like that. She's going to be sent down there to investigate something that's strange but doesn't seem to be reported. So that's going to be the premise that we're going to kick off with. Is going to be like following her as a journalist investigating. Now you guys can be whoever you kind of want to be. Your character just has to be not native to the locale, so you don't know everybody and you don't know where everything is. Yeah, you could have been there for a little while, but you're not like you've not been there long enough to like know the ins and outs because it keeps it so that it's still new. Other than that, your character obviously has to have a reason to kind of hook onto the story that she's following. So there's a reason for you to get tagged along. Because previously I said you could have been like an expert or something that she appeals to, and you get drawn in that way, and that's fine if you want to do that. The only thing with that is you might be sitting on the sidelines a bit until she reaches the point where she has to ask you for advice or knowledge on something that she's discovered. Glim was excited to be like a conspiracy nut, and I know Swindle, you expressed a similar kind of character. That would work very well because all the UFO stuff and other military things that are going on there. You might be there as your own semi kind of investigation into weird things, and you meet other nut jobs or
that means we're rivals.
Fellow conspiracists who are like in the area looking at things.
Well, your character, what kind of theory do you have? I'm going to oppose it.
But the kind of conspiracies that were floating around this time was obviously government covering up UFOs, like
civil rights movement.
Civil rights movement was kicking off as well, but that's not a conspiracy. Conspiracy was also like the communists secretly controlling the government and stuff like that.
Oh, and the underground press as well.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, once again,
it was founded in 1955.
Hey, just Googling stuff's not going to give you years, man. But yeah, if it's founded in 1955, but we're going to be early in 1955, so you might not be there yet.
Oh, right, okay.
I did mention the Philadelphia experiment, but I believe the book about the Philadelphia experiment wasn't published until later in 1955. So it's possible you have heard about it beforehand, because obviously leaks for novels coming out and stuff like that do happen.
Was this the origin of the Blue Book?
Blue Book was in operation at this time, I believe. That may be the 60s. But I mean, you wouldn't know anything about it because this kind of stuff wasn't public knowledge until much later.
Yeah, that shit wasn't declassified for a lot. Yeah, because Operation Blue Book was the UFO thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, believing in the government covering up UFO stuff, you can believe in that, but none of the stuff that we know now about what was actually going on is public knowledge at that point, so it's all hearsay and rumor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never answered my question.
Which was what exactly?
Assassin Swindle.
Oh, what his conspiracy says?
Oh, sorry, I was still trying to find where because I remember telling Dark about what my idea for a character was, and I completely forgot all about it until just now. I think I found it. Yeah,
occultist person. You also said you wanted to be a conspiracy guy first of all, so I don't know if you wanted to go back to that.
Cult thing's actually scary. Like, damn.
Well, occult, not like I'm in a cult, but yeah.
I'm like,
Technically, does in a cult if he's a priest.
Well, yeah, technically, yeah. By that definition, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I hope you're not like Heaven's Gate and shit. I'm like, oh no.
No, not like that. Not like that. Just
like, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Eat the applesauce.
So when are we getting our characters?
Well, your character sheet is just. Actually, maybe I didn't make them public.
I was going to say,
yeah,
can I see his hand?
Gloria.
Configure. Observer. Right, you should all be able to see them under player. Now, you shouldn't be able to see Gloria. That should be like thingied off.
Holy shit.
Cool.
I still see Gloria, but I see myself.
Yeah. I know why you can see it. It's because you're still owner.
I think I'm just going to be called Betty.
Okay.
Still 1944 on mine. What the hell? Oh, that's what you
under
did.
Players. It's under Players. Just
under the Players directory. I'm going to just change it to 1944. I thought doing the folder for 1944 would do everything underneath it, but it didn't.
It's not letting me change my name.
I need to make you owner. Just give me a second. And then Callum owner. Glim owner. Okay, you should be owner of your character now.
Bonjour.
So my character's called Betty Booth.
The other aspect of the 50s that's notable is this was really the beginning of youth culture as a phenomena, and the idea of a teenager. This is kind of the time when that originated, because before then you were a child and then you were an adult or a young adult. But then at this point there was also this creation of the teenager, the high schooler, and you had things influencing that like Elvis, James Dean, what's his name? Marlon Brando. Yeah, and their images in the movies they were in kind of created the whole idea of the greasers with the denim jackets and all that, and then the motorcycles. And then later, in the next couple of decades, you started getting biker gangs based on that image. But again, this is like where the seed for that was coming from.
So, is it in notes that you do your character?
Where you have written investigative journalist, you can list there any like fields that you're an expert in. Investigative journalist will cover anything that's like investigation though. So you can use like broad strokes for how you're covering it.
No, I'm a conspiracy nut. I need an occupation, don't I?
Yeah, you need a job. Because
I'm guessing I'm one of the FBI agents then that's coming to investigate this from like Maine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to have you guys being law enforcement at all. You're going to
Did you feed her, by the way?
Yes, I fed her. That's why she's making noise.
Don't make me Don't let me get another blue collar job because I will do it. Don't mess with me.
Oh my god, I want to be a door-to-door salesman.
Those were very prominent in this time period, selling vacuum cleaners and stuff.
Oh, the vacuum cleaner. I was just thinking that as well, the vacuum cleaner.
Well, you could 100% do that. And you'd be a traveling salesman if you're from out of town, which would work as well.
Wait, this 1955, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, 1955.
You see in the middle of the page there, in big letters, it says 1955.
I got you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you could be door-to-door salesman for just about anything around that time period.
I want to feel like it depends what he's selling. Like he just goes somewhere, buys a whole bunch of stuff, and then just sells it.
Well, did that as well. Did that as well. Yeah. You would go there, find somewhere and you can get shit cheap, and then try to sell it at a high price.
I know what it would be.
100% happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then you're just going to have to figure out, Cal, why you get hooked into the investigation and why you would actually see it through.
I have several ideas. It's like as he's trying to sell stuff, he's like obviously in diners, he's in motels, so he obviously constantly hears stuff because he needs some social interaction. And he's starting to pick up things, and this is just one of these like little curiosities to just keep him, funnily enough, sane from doing this really stressful sales job.
Right.
Oh boy.
I have three kind of ideas.
If I could pitch you, would it maybe be a good premise to have it that there's some sort of salesman conference on in Vegas, and that's why you're in the area? Or do you want to just be there? This is just one of your routes you're selling stuff.
I feel like it's there is something that's pulled him to Vegas that is there, be it a conference, be it that something is going sold cheap. He's heard some rumors of something going on, or there's a fresh market. Like there is a good reason that he is there, and this is just happening off to the side. Like, there's lots of potential hooks for him.
Also, I mean, being the mob town, that kind of stuff, it's a smuggle route from Mexico as well. You could have it that they are offloading cheap goods, rip-offs, counterfeits, or stolen stuff, maybe.
Okay, I found my original pitch for you. I think I do kind of still want to go along with that, like former OSS now, like maybe helped out with some weird stuff that happened behind the scenes for like the old war, and then now is just kind of like a kind of freelance or like investigator sort of thing, just trying to.
Well, give me a little more.
Just investigating, like.
Give me a little more detail about what you want them to experience in background wise.
Sort of like I don't have any specific examples, but I guess like investigating shit like similar to like the Thule Society, like that kind of. It wasn't like I probably didn't experience anything truly eldritch, but
do you want just, like professionally investigate that kind of stuff, or someone that would just took an interest in it as a kind of side project?
I kind of want to be a professional.
Because then, if it's more professional, then you're probably more likely to have worked for part of the ministry dealing with like the propaganda side of the war, because obviously a lot of that stuff was based in.
Yeah, definitely.
They were using it as the basis for their propaganda, and it's a lot of it was like psychology, sociology sort of aspect of it. Whereas if it was a side project, you could have just came across something and you're like, hang on a second, you didn't know if it was real or not, and then you kind of start getting sucked into it, and that takes you down the more conspiracy side of things.
Interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, my character's gonna be a mechanic.
Nice.
So mechanic, conspiracy nuts. What's he doing in
I'm
Nevada?
trying to figure out. In Nevada, he heard about this new contraption. That's another thing. I have 3.
Well, I mean, you can just be
One.
in there just because of everything that's going on, and that's the place to go if you want to like find stuff out, because that's where a lot of stuff is happening.
You could totally be like the librarian, how like in Ghostbusters, and then there's like the ghost. I was just thinking about that there.
What's that got to do with
Librarian? I know, right?
What's that
Oh, I
going-
think I know why she said that.
Explain, because I don't.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Like,
I know what you're talking
Ghostbusters-
about. I don't understand the link.
But exactly. I was like, what does the mechanic have to... I'm like, I think I do, but I don't know, but I do. But what did you mean?
You know, like you go down to the basement to
Right.
get the archives of the books. And
Oh,
then
okay, I get her. I get her.
funny
I get her.
happens.
I get
Yes.
Right,
yeah,
but there's
I could be like
no-
working on something.
But Vegas is all gambling and prostitutes. It's not really archives and
It's even
records.
funnier because I could be like at a casino and then I just see some shit. I'm like, what the hell? I get what she meant now. Yeah.
You can also be military adjacent in the Mercury Town or
I was
something
thinking
like
about that too, making him a veteran or some kind.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of
War.
veterans, but I mean, you'd be a bit older then, though. Then they did have the Korean War. I'm not sure the exact years. It was around about this time though. You could be a veteran of the
if you
Korean
wanna-
War.
Korean War is 1950. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it ended 52. So like,
yeah. Because if you're
very
going,
young.
you- I mean, you could be in your 40s and be a World War II veteran because it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Dark. Russell Cass from Independence Day. Weird crop duster dude.
Oh, him? Yeah, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
yeah, that's who he looks
I
like.
love that guy.
So him, but a mechanic.
Yeah. Man, when I first made him, I thought it would be funny to make that character because, like, he's like, yeah, I got abducted. I can't. It's like,
So,
yeah, dude.
Obviously, if anyone is choosing to be a character that genuinely or half-heartedly believes that they've experienced something supernatural or aliens or something like that, then they should probably be suffering from some sort of mental condition or trauma that's making them think that, because it hasn't really happened to them.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a tax you can take on a character, but that's the premise I would say with it, because he's even more terrifying from them when they actually encounter something that's actually happening,
Okay. I get you.
because they're working off trauma that's already lying there for them. Which, if he's a vet, I mean, plenty of room for trauma.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I want to be more professional, like you were saying earlier.
Right. So, like I said, the only
Work with the propaganda thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Previously working with the
So,
propaganda.
how are you getting roped in? Are you going to be someone that Betty goes to ask for information, or are you already there on your own kind of investigation?
I think already there on my own kind of investigation.
Okay, so similar to Glim's guy, you're sort of a conspiracist.
Yeah. I'm chasing rumors of communists maybe using similar like weird stuff, maybe taken from the Nazis or the old war.
Yeah, so I'm going to be drawing a lot of inspiration from my favorite genre movies for this time period, and you have all kinds of like wacky experiments, mind control, alien stuff, nuclear experiments, like all kinds of like. So I mean, you can draw on all kinds of like weird theories for things that you think might be going on.
Yeah, my character is probably laughing at the idea that aliens exist, but is totally chasing down theories of like, psionic,
communist mind control and all that.
Yeah, communist mind control. Yeah,
because psychiatry and hypnosis was also a big theme for a lot of things at this point as well. So the idea of like mind control was very prominent for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And obviously the CIA kind of were looking deeply into that as well.
I'm now sitting here looking up all kinds of things that came out in the 1950s as potential sales things and pitches.
I mean,
it's like, vacuums.
There was so many, because they were becoming more affluent and all this middle class was getting bigger and richer. Like they had so many like home appliances. This is where it was all getting introduced.
Like the
Oh,
Bakelite
yeah,
telephone, the Pyrex bowls. Funnily enough, remote controls were invented in 1955.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's such a rich time period to draw upon for stuff, man.
Yeah, that was It was a big golden era for industry
States.
and
Yeah.
economy. Yeah, for the States.
Yeah, a lot of innovation drawn from because as well, like one of the reasons plastic became so prominent as a super product was they created it during the Second World War to use for like the screens for as a cheap screen for like fighter jets and stuff like that. And then afterwards, they had all this plastic production that they could do, so they started churning out everything they could think of in plastic.
Tupperware.
Yeah, I mean it was a wonder
Tupperware
material. Before that, you just had like paper bags and cardboard boxes.
And glass bottles and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, what should I put down for?
Okay, well, first of all, you need something that's paying you money so you can live. So you must have a job or an income stream from something. So that's going to give you.
That's true. Fuck.
So that's going to get.
Put all that information?
Well, you can either put it in notes or you can just put it in the title bit where it says occupation. Like you can just list it there as a list. Yeah, like you've got investigative journalist, legal, historical, or you can just add it into notes because I'm going to read it anyway. If it's part of your character's description, I'm going to use it as a basis to form where you're getting dice from, basically.
So my character's from Washington.
Yeah. And we talked about this. You're going to be based in Reno because that's where the Nevada Journal newspaper is. I need to check how long a drive is from Reno to Nevada. It's quite a distance away though. But yeah, so you would have an occupation or a former occupation that's still paying you money. If you've ever done any kind of training, if you were in the army, if you have like a side hobby thing that you're really invested in, these are all going to be sources of like skills, areas of expertise. And you can also throw in like natural abilities there if you're naturally good at like having intuition about when someone's lying or being a good liar.
Oh, that's a good one.
A salesman, obviously, your social skills are going to be really high if you're a good salesman.
I think I might actually be a priest because I think that's still funny.
I put social skills high, open brackets, manipulation, fear of missing out, influence.
Yeah.
That'll
also,
do it.
See, mine is going to be totally different from my characters because mine's going to be like really open and just kind of like want to get the juicy stories and stuff.
Yeah. You can also have kind of intimidation as a salesman if you wanted to be a very aggressive salesman.
I feel like
the damn vacuum.
It's probably just a part of the parcel. Like you're so you know your clientele. You're like, right, this tactic I need to play the sort of like, oh, poor me, or this one I need to be like, you're gonna.
You could group all that under intuition then if you just got a good sense of people.
So I can say attentive, can't I? Attention to detail as well.
If you're investigation, because you're an investigative journalist, Hunt, I'm going to assume that anything that falls under investigation is in your remit. Because that's all tied in together. Attention to detail, thinking of things that other people might not catch up on, do you know what I mean? If you can use just kind of like broad terms just to keep the word count of it down. But I'll also give you journals. I need to set up the journal properly in this. And where you can take your notes and you can go into as much detail there as you want about things. Because you'll have more space to write. In fact, while you're doing this, I'll just do that.
And I feel like I should advise like a car boot full of miscellaneous crap.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
Was there such thing as a multi-tool in 1955, or?
Well, there was the Swiss Army knife. If you're thinking like that.
Yeah, if you're doing like a multi-tool, like pliers and stuff like that all together, yes, they had those.
Okay, good.
Or something similar to it anyway, because a lot of this kind of stuff popped up in World War II, obviously, when they needed those things.
The concept of a multi-tool dates back to the Roman times.
Yeah.
Damn.
They definitely had. They had like all these fancy ones in World War II, because obviously, if you got captured, you had all these little.
Like, there are spades.
Yeah, you had like compasses that folded out into being like sure these big massive maps, as well as being a compass, as well as having a pen inside it, etc.
Like their army issue spades also had wire cutters, saws, knives all built into it.
Hey, goo. And they wonder why we keep thinking about the Roman Empire.
And like you said, there were so many like appliances and inventions, so you had all these kind of like, wacky private inventors coming up with gadgets and gizmos as well. And they would have I don't know if you'd be quite at the stage where you'd have trade shows in Vegas yet. I don't think it was quite that big yet. What's the best way to do this? Just one journal and give you a page each, maybe. Yeah, so I got the enhanced journal module for this, which just kind of lets you view it easier because you can have your journals in tabs. So if you click on the journal icon on the right hand side, which is like the book one, it'll open up. Did I make this public?
I've just put mine in notes, just to say.
Yeah, you can put notes, but I'll give you the journal one, which is a bigger page, so you can write more.
I like how it's got tabs.
Yeah, it's got tabs. The main menu of it is on the right-hand side, and then the subdirectories for the files on the left. It's just a much better layout for getting to things, because otherwise you have to click open like a new one for each separate like directory.
Jeez, I'm blanking on what to put down for skills.
Well, just go through his life in your head, start to finish, and there's different stages and what you picked up. Or work backwards from where he is.
Mine is fixing shit, more fixing stuff, poetry. I don't know why. Sounds funny to me.
That poetry, writing, anything like that stuff would be common hobbies back then.
Yeah.
Of course, people were getting televisions at this point. And the associated
Trying to figure out how to make a universal remote. And yes, I'm going to make my character creator of the universal remote. Why? Because can. And Dark will let me, right? Right?
Well, I mean, you said mechanic. You want to be someone who's a mechanic who's also got an interest in like electronics. So you're like a tinkerer, and you've got a room full of things you've taken apart.
Yeah, I mean, my main job is being a mechanic, but I'm Bell.
Yeah, I mean, you could be somebody who likes tinker things, so you could put electronics as like a skill set.
Oh, one moment.
Because you could just have an interest in just all sort of machines and devices and how they go together. Be quite
contraptions and doodads.
Yeah, be quite technically minded. That is going to fit into something.
That didn't make me feel right. Why'd you say that?
I have a husband called George and 2 kids called Margaret and Barbara.
Yes, so this is the other aspect I want to get, because in my other game, 3 of the 4 people decided they had no family or loved ones, which doesn't seem natural at all for
we're orphans.
human beings. So, obviously you're here in Nevada. You may have a relative or someone here, or someone you know or are close to, but more than likely most of your family are going to live in a different state, because you're coming from out of state primarily. But you definitely should have people that are loved ones, that are friends. We don't need the entire network, but just maybe a handful of key people. You can make a note of who they are and what your relationship with them is. Because you will need to score those out if you want to reset your sanity, as you kind of cut off contact from people as you get crazier.
My dog Brad, who happens to be taken care of by my aunt.
All right, so I'm going to say, if anyone's taking like a pet, don't get upset with me if your pet dies.
I'm not taking a pet.
All right, so that means find where you live.
Because your loved ones, your favorite persons, you're gonna have to score out those relationships as you reset sanity, and if you have to score out a pet, it only makes sense that the pet dies.
Yeah.
Might not be, someone else might take care of it, but it depends on the situation. And if you're a parent, obviously neglecting your children, destroying your relationship with them is not healthy for their well-being. So if that's something that upsets you emotionally, don't put it in there. Because I don't have a filter that way. It's fiction.
Yeah.
Man, no it ain't. It's real life.
If you close your eyes and you believe.
Actually, no, never mind, because no, I don't want to be in a HP Lovecraft world. Fuck that. I'm good.
Why not? Nothing bad ever happens to any of my characters.
Go to sleep and a black man's above you. You're like, who the fuck is that? If you know who the black man is, you get it. You get it.
Glim. Goodness.
And if a slug happened to be a fucking hate, natural being.
Touching on that, obviously, civil rights, segregation, and all that kind of shit was still very prominent in the States at this point. But I'm not really interested in that side of the story, given where we are as a setting. So I'm not going to push that too much, if at all.
That's fair.
I feel like, especially Vegas, it feels more like a town where it's just about money. Yeah, I mean, people don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're racing that as much as they do about where your money is.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got enough money, yeah, people tend to stop caring.
You're like, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? Nothing. 100. Nothing at all.
Yeah, especially back then, 100 would get you quite a bit.
Because I think racism, I can imagine Nevada at this point would have been very anti-Italian American as well because of the mob and all that. Mm-hmm. So I can imagine people who live in the state are very anti anyone who isn't from the state anyway. So I feel like we don't really need to push on the prejudice side of things that much.
I'm being
you're
very
so lucky you didn't say. I'm like, well, my character's Italian. I was gonna actually do that.
I'm being very controversial.
I'm gonna fuck you up. I was like,
I'm being very controversial because I've got Grandma Shirley and Grandpa Daniel Thomas, and then I've got so Daniel Thomas, generation. Is he related to the Thomas?
Oh jeez.
What? Oh,
just wanted to slip that in.
She's talking about the first one.
Oh,
although you made appearance in background story for some characters in the last one as well.
I can say about
that Goose's backstory shit for the last one, that still blows my mind.
What was his backstory?
His character. I can't recall the details. So, do you remember Father Michael Thomas from the first season, right?
Yes.
He visited a mining town in North England, I think it was Durham, and this couple were having trouble conceiving a child, and he said he was helping them out. And one night he comes for one of the miners, the guy, and he says, "Come, we're going to collect your child." They go into the mine, down deep underground, and the wall is like this fleshy, disgusting wall. And he rolls up his sleeves and sticks his arms in and pulls out this baby and hands it to him. And that baby was Goose's character.
Oh.
Fucking hell, how did he do that? That's a fucking creative backstory.
Well, he didn't come up with it. He didn't know. I just told him this later on when he was wondering why he was getting victimized.
Yeah. Weird shit kept happening to him and only him, and it was like he was so confused and so are the rest of us, and then Dark drops that freaking bombshell. Which is kind of funny because now looking back, Goose's character is now locked inside of the temple.
Yeah, he ran away from one monster into this temple where the monster couldn't enter, but in doing so, he got pulled into a pit of eternity, and he's stuck there running through tunnels for the rest of time.
Yeah. So, good one, Michael Thomas. You did all that for fucking nothing.
Well,
I feel like we're winning.
To be fair, he did a lot of things.
Did he do it for nothing, or was it a reason?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Becoming the Burn Man and then, getting shot. I feel like,
Do you know what happened to Keen, Callum?
Oh, yeah.
I think
it was really bad.
If memory serves, I didn't know
you got real,
that message.
Short end of the stick.
Where Swindle got pulled into a hole, I think was all I read.
Oh, no, that was Goose. Goose got pulled into the hole. So Kean got his head blown off.
Yeah, I got shot in the face.
But I didn't die. Yeah, it didn't kill him.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh damn. I remember that.
So then he slowly started becoming this worm-like creature, and he goes back to Scotland. And Father Campbell, who you remember, took him in and keeps him like under surveillance basically. But he's an old man and he knows he can't do this forever, and he's afraid to let him free because he's turned into this big worm monster. So he goes down into the vaults, but down where you met the thing, and he puts him in there while he's like nailed into a coffin, and then seals up the wall. So that's where Keen is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kian's
yeah,
now a worm
Keen.
monster in the vaults with the same place where that fucking horrible monster was.
The horrible goat monster is.
Yeah.
Damn.
But Keen will probably eat him because Kian's also a monster.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's the last we'll see of Kian.
You said that Winston was like in his own Running Man type of thing.
Yeah, so Glenn's character,
Yeah.
Winston, kind of made it out and went back home to America. But every time he sleeps, he runs into Goose's character, who is running through these endless chambers from this creature. And he spends his nights running with him in terror.
Oh,
So
and
very
then we had a
restful.
joke like it's so common now. We're just like, yeah, you know, I just tell him about my day.
No, you were saying that,
Wow,
but
he's
he's
so-
actually severely traumatized and probably dead.
Yeah. Hey, characters are
But he
fighting
was
mode.
writing a journal about it, so that's probably going to pop up at some point
Mm-hmm.
in the future.
Characters are built to last. Dark.
Well, that's also a possibility. He might turn
Built
up
to die
later.
last?
He might be in an asylum in
characters-
1977. Who knows?
Hey,
that's where Rocky's
good
at.
enough.
Handles Rocky.
Yeah, there's Rocky.
Even my first character is still, around.
Ooh, maybe.
I reinsight where my characters are.
I wonder where Paul is.
But yeah,
I hope wherever Paul is, I hope he's happy and safe. That man deserves it.
hear that?
That
Dark?
man has had way too much
Maybe illusion.
bullshit.
Dark's being quiet, so he knows what he did. Just me.
I actually, I need to go back and listen to the 1922 one for some things anyway.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, not
I really
22,
hope
33.
Paul's lived happily ever after. Like,
Well,
no
I mean,
more
In
weird
the
shit.
Mythos world?
in that last one, which was
Shit.
33, he was living homeless in New York, so he wasn't really doing too well anyway.
Yeah, but hopefully there's a distinct lack of weird shit happening to him now.
Well, I mean, characters in Lovecraftian horror always end up safe
I'm
and sound.
well aware. I'm just wishful thinking. I know that's not the case, but
He's actually now just
I hope.
he's a character of Gagan. He's turned into a deep one.
Oh Jesus!
So the other thing you can do is go find pictures of what your characters might look like. Doesn't need to be the exact one of them, but maybe something that's just similar to what you're thinking. I don't care if you use AI generation for
Hey,
it or not.
where do you put the skills? Sorry about that.
You just write it on. You can either put it in your journal, or you can put it in your notes, or you can put it as alongside your occupation.
God mode. There we go. Yeah.
As long as it's there somewhere I can read it, then it's fine.
And ammo. Okay.
Because also your occupation, your source of income, is going to determine how much wealth you have, and that will matter if you need resources, which shouldn't crop up too much, but it may.
Good wage for a mechanic.
I mean, it's a working class wage. You could live off a working class wage at this time period in the States.
Like, just to give you an idea, like a house was only about $7,000, and disposable income was quite high.
Yeah, like how much were they earning compared to that? It was like, but like, yeah, I mean, you'd had one person working in a household, and that paid for everything at this point for many families. Yeah.
Stay-at-home wives was like a thing.
Still is ish.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was it was easier for middle class people to do.
Economically viable at that point.
You're absolutely right.
And like Callum said, even with that, you still had enough disposable income for a car, a television, like things that were you could never have afforded before or after. But being the States, obviously, it's always a country of two stories, so there was absolute abject poverty for many people as well.
Shit, I need to come up with names. I fucking hate names.
Just go to the.
man.
I can give you the name generator site I use. It just gives you like generic names.
I've got the fantasy name generator saved already.
That's my
go-to. Well, no, but it's got like different categories, so I can do like real names and stuff like that.
Sweet. This one's good because it uses.
You just like always like pick a letter and just stick with that letter. Or pick
How do I
letters.
change the image?
You'll need to upload the image. So if you send me it, I can put it on it. I haven't enabled uploading on it because obviously then you could upload
Let
stuff to my computer.
decide how I look.
There's the name generator I use in Mythos. I believe that one uses like census data for its data sets. Oh, that is perfect, Cal.
I'm happy. It took me an age to find it, and I was like, aha, here we go. Got the blazer and everything. Even got the gold watch.
It's remember 70s, but yeah.
Can you get one for me, hon?
Just go online and look for one.
Just get one for me.
Okay, well we can go over yours later, hon, and we can like come up with one. Fuck, where did I save this now? This is the regular
some rocky terrain to match my. What are you doing, Dark? What is it? Playing that Warhammer?
Huh?
What the hell are you using all this bubblicious?
The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I'm looking at your Warhammer stuff.
I'm even more confused.
Catching up. I'm sorry.
What Warhammer stuff? What are you on about, man?
You were talking about you were making a city or something. Predators versus Xenoids.
Oh, my war game? Yeah. No, it's Alien versus Predator versus
you designed that?
Terminator versus Robocop. Yeah, I can send you that if you want, man.
Holy shit!
We've been playtesting that for years.
So I put mine on both notes and journal. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find it.
Wait, let me finish. All right, look, electronics. Yeah. Russell Crowe. I'm all for it.
So mine is.
Hey man, why do I have that ugly ass shirt? I mean, suit.
Apparently, Jeffrey Zakil stole my picture.
Oh, sorry, fucking brain fart.
I'm Richard Brown.
Why do I have this ugly ass suit?
I know because your picture's called Richard Brown. My brain just fucking. I'm getting dementia, man.
Oh my god, that's such a good. That's a traveling salesman if I've ever seen one. That's a man who will sell me some useless shit.
No, you have to understand that's Kurt Russell, but
yeah, I know. That's like the outfit and it works. I can definitely see this man trying to sell blunders out of his trunk.
Just slap his boot, just going, this Tupperware goes 50 meals a day.
Yeah.
Don't even need soap water. Just rinse it off.
Man, you are not selling me holy water. That's actually a thing.
Right, so we have our journalist who's kind of lead of the
Did I change the photo again?
Send me the image on Discord and I can put it into your thing.
Okay.
Or I'll just put it on Glim's character again. So we got the lead investigative journalist. You are going for the priest occultist, yeah? Swindle?
Yeah. I put down paranormal investigator, but I guess I should probably just be honest.
What other skill should I add?
Occultist.
You can be paranormal investigator as a kind of part of it, because you did have people, especially States here, going for exorcisms and all that kind of shit. A lot of people still believe in ghosts and poltergeists and all that. Yes, Laura. I can see
all right, fair enough.
Oh, electronics. I mean, should I put automobiles?
You've got mechanic. I know what you mean by that. That'll cover it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll cover any
skills,
kind of machine mechanics, because all the principles are the same.
So electronics.
Okay, I didn't see.
You said writing. Yeah. What else?
Well, you're a mechanic, but are you do you work for a garage? Are you military adjacent? Or are you just on the go?
I do like a traveling mechanic. I mean, is that a thing?
Well, I mean, you can be like a mechanic by trade, but maybe you're not actually working as a mechanic at this point. You're just down there on your conspiracy thread. Or are you there for work and then as a side to that you're doing conspiracy stuff? Do you know what I mean? What's the kind of premise?
I can called Kaylee's Mechanics, and they called us in to help us something.
Well, I mean, you could have gone down there because you want to investigate conspiracy stuff, and then because you're a mechanic, you can get a job anywhere as a mechanic. So you just go up to whatever auto shop you want and just say, "Hey, do you need an extra pair of hands?" And you kind of do that for money while you're there.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, military experience. Can I put military experience if I'm going to be all that?
If you want to be a vet, yeah, that's totally fine. Most depends.
That's the point. Like
You like my
have,
character, hun?
I see it, Laura. Yes. Sorry, Callum. What?
No, that would make sense because there's a whole bunch of military that are trained that are coming back to the States, and there's only a limited number of jobs.
Yeah.
Right. So that's 3 skills. How many total do you want us to have?
You can have as many as makes sense for a character of your age.
Okay, so I have electronics, writing, military experience, because that may actually be a thing.
Yeah, so you're a vet, trained
I can
mechanic.
drive.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody can drive.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put down
everything.
Flat-footed because he wasn't a military vet.
Flat-footed? That's interesting.
Well, I'm trying to think of how a valid reason why this guy dodged the draft.
But they drafted for Korean War?
They drafted for World War II and the Korean War, I believe.
I didn't realise they did for Korean. I mean, you could be young enough to have not been valid for World War II, because the average age for World War II was like 26.
1.5 million men were drafted into the Korean War.
I don't know that. I don't think they needed to draft. I would have thought they had so many soldiers at that point.
Everybody.
Yeah, no, that's
bird. Sorry,
that
doesn't remind me.
Doesn't sound right to me either. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I would have thought that too. We had enough soldiers.
Yeah.
Maybe
the opposite problem though, because everybody was involved in World War II, and then as soon as it ended, they were all like, "My son's not going to sign up to the army. Fuck that."
Guess worse. 1.5 million were drafted. 1.3 million volunteered.
Right, but I mean that's
so
still
2.8 million people. 1.3 of them volunteered.
Yeah, they didn't think it was enough, so they had to draft them.
Mechanics.
I wonder how much of the drafting was just prisoners being sent to it.
Apparently, 64% of those drafted thought it was fair.
Yeah, I can see that if the parents served through it.
Yeah.
I still didn't expect that. I know they drafted for Vietnam, but I thought that's just because that was such an unpopular war that they had to.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to say war mechanic, because that
Vietnam was the last one.
If you're a vet and a mechanic, Glim, that covers you being in the army, being trained as a mechanic. You don't need to specify it's one and the same.
Okay, veteran or vet. Vet.
I guess I should put vet down as well.
What branch?
What branch of vet school?
Yeah, motherfucker. What branch of vet in the army? I mean,
probably the army.
He's like, the army of armies.
Would you be a chaplain then if you're a priest?
In my head, I was thinking that the priest thing was like after.
Right. Okay.
All of that.
That makes sense.
So I was thinking, yeah. World War II ends, and then I kind of, don't really do my paranormal stuff, investigation stuff for a bit, and I just sort of, retire.
So you're a little older then, if you're a World War II vet.
Yeah, probably.
I'm the
how old
child.
Kian was in the second one.
Like I said, most of them were like mid-20s onwards for World War II. It was that's one of the reasons why Vietnam was unpopular, because a lot of the soldiers were like younger at that point. They were like 19 and stuff. I'm not sure what the case would have been for Korean War.
I think it's like probably wasn't the Korean War. It was a stalemate, but one World War II stalemate loss, and I think that's what crippled the conscription things.
Well, Vietnam was so unpopular, just overall.
Yeah.
They probably had to axe after because it was particularly untenable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely more. Yeah, we just stopped fighting because it was so unpopular.
Also, I imagine
There's like riots and
advancements.
we're
protests.
done.
Also, I imagine advancements in missile technology and stuff like that meant you didn't need as many soldiers.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, on top of that, whenever the soldiers did come home, they were like so fucking traumatized for that one,
There's a
especially.
real backlash, which obviously
Yeah,
lasted.
so
Because I mean, 20 years later, they were still taking shit for it, man.
yeah, for sure.
Are we starting the game today, or
Well, no, we're not going
do
to
that?
session today. I just wanted to get all that stuff down.
Okay.
I do have one question for you, Hun. So your character's called Betty Booth. Did your parents name you after the cartoon character?
Yeah.
No.
You're like, you know.
This is Betty Boop. Betty Booth.
Your surname's kind of locked in already.
Which is why I was asking, did they name you after the cartoon character? Because it's so similar.
Nope. No.
I mean, to be fair,
It's a very popular
Wait,
character.
you didn't? That's what I thought too.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a
exactly.
minute. I thought you were named after the cartoon.
boop,
What the
boop,
fuck?
boop.
Yep.
A lot of Bettys in this time period as well, obviously.
Yeah. Betty was a very, very common name back then too.
And Marjorie.
Yep.
Barbara.
Miss Lead Pipe.
Yeah.
Margaret.
Doris.
Ethel.
Mary.
Doris. Rose. Rose was super popular.
Gertrude.
I think Rose is just one of those names that's just
Gertie.
always popular.
You say Gertrude is like
It's one that keeps
Gertie.
coming back, but I don't think it's like every generation.
Yeah.
My generation didn't have roses.
Probably
Cars ain't
Ruth as
Gertrude.
well. Isn't
Ah.
it? Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth. Ruth is a
Yeah,
solid one
Ruth
too.
comes around a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Babs.
I think I'm just
No.
Daniel.
Yep.
So basic.
Daniel Ford.
Roberta.
How to find a fucking picture, jeez Louise.
Yeah, Dark, can you find a picture for me?
Sure. Give me a description of what you're thinking of.
Do you
I'm
like my
thinking-
picture?
And if Laura could not speak over, that'd be great.
Alright, who am I looking for? It's either going to be Sanford and Son, which is hysterical, or, as I said, Russell Hands.
Oh, this one's a good one.
Did you guys go for the same photo?
No.
that was me.
Yeah.
Alright,
yeah.
okay.
Dark goofed up.
Too many people talking to me at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair.
He said this is the
That was-
50s, so what am I looking for? Yeah, think of a very young red fox. Let me show you.
Yeah, I see him.
Have to do it this way because Google sucks.
Not a lot of young red foxes.
There's one in his wiki that's younger, I think. Well,
Yeah.
that's in 66. He's got a very...
No.
No?
Back up. No, not him. Oh my god. I know who to put.
Also, Red Fox is such a good name.
Yeah, it is actually. Oh my god. What's his name? What's up?
Now I'm not sure if I want to use it. It's kind of blurry.
Give me the blurry one. There is an AI upscaler you can use, which is actually pretty good. I was using it for my Pokemon images because all the Digimon images are like really low res.
Alright, here is Father Daniel Ford.
Look up Samuel Howitt. What's up?
No, it just has image.
Who?
I just had a vague image in my head of a priest with glasses, and I was like, well, he's kind of older, and then I was like, I saw that one, I was like, perfect.
Definitely doesn't look like a sex offender.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Look
mean,
up
I
Shemp
didn't
Howard.
click the link, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, he might have.
You might want to check that first.
I'll probably check, double check. God dang it, why'd you say that?
It's a horrible judgment of someone just on their appearance, but you never know.
Yeah, really.
Priest, this time period, the odds are quite high.
Fuck, where the hell's the history of? I just closed it.
But yeah, Shemp Howard. That's what I want my character to look like.
Send me on Discord.
You'll know right away who it is. or what he is. Where are you?
Just click on my name. This processor's getting stuck.
Ah, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
He was?
He's a creepy priest. Fuck's sake.
Oh my goodness.
They said the odds are pretty high at that time period.
Yeah, no, literally the website I pulled it from. Okay, I pulled it from Google, but apparently pulling it like from the website itself, where the image was hosted, was like, yeah, this is an article addressing the abuse of the clergy, and then it's like year that he was reported, what he was reported of, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Never mind. It's okay. There's another one, I guess. No glasses, but yeah. I don't know why I'm hung up on glasses, but yeah. I guess I'm picturing a nerd.
Well, because you're thinking he's intellectual, right?
Yeah.
They all have glasses.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll get yours in a second, Glenn. I'm just doing AI gen of
Yeah, do you see who he is, though?
so that it's not an actual person. Oh, you're going to love this window. Hang on.
Okay, cool. Lay it on me.
I'll just put it in the main thing.
Okay. There was one that looked a bit younger, but he looked too much like a soldier, and he looked too tough, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, my guy probably shot a gun whenever he was in the army, but like,
there's that one. I just put it in Discord. And there's this one.
Oh, hang on. The second one, definitely the second one.
Do you know, like, the first one's so good.
The first one is really good, but the hair is too crazy. That's too much. Second one, yeah, no, absolutely.
But the first one's totally aliens.
Yeah. First one is absolutely the aliens are the incarnation of Jesus Christ.
Wow. So you are Heaven's Gate. I'm done.
Second one is more my style. He looks more like an exorcist than alien conspiracy.
Just make this a smaller file.
Yeah, my character, aliens don't exist, but the fucking communists have mind control. Yeah.
That was a common word
in Lucifer.
People, wasn't it?
They're in league with Lucifer, and they're controlling people's minds.
Oh, you're that kind of crazy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, aliens don't exist. That's just silly.
Yeah, we don't do those crazies. Those crazies are unhealthy.
I just make this a JPEG, so it's a bit small.
And it's a good thing you caught that first one, though. Like, I didn't even consider.
I don't want to be flashing up that sex offender's face.
No, yeah, absolutely. Online. Yeah, no. Yeah, I 100% agree. Yeah, no. And I didn't want to be associated with that anyway, so yeah, good on you for catching that, because I didn't even consider that. I which is weird, because I should have, but...
You're too innocent, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's got a much more English, thicker kind of look about him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's see where Glim's one is. So, Shemp Howard. Do you want one based on Shemp Howard, Glim, or do you want an actual Shemp Howard picture?
Sure, Shemp Howard.
Yeah, but do you want to use one of his actual photographs, or do you want me to just like generate one that's based on him?
Generate one based on him. But yeah, once again, you know where he's from. Do you?
Oh, okay. It doesn't like me putting in people's names. Yeah, that's not good. I always look for these actual images.
Yeah, Shemp is from the Three Stooges. Well, he was the original.
What kind of age are you thinking? I don't know if I can get ones of him at particular ages.
You said 40, so go for 40. Go for pro.
I don't know, man. Did he have fucking...
I mean, you can knock him to 30 if you want.
I'm just looking for one who doesn't look quite as old, but I think his skin's quite ravaged, so he looks old no matter what he's in.
He looks like he's been through some shit.
What's that fucking condition where you end up all it's like spot scars on your face?
You know what? I like that idea.
Acne.
No, it's not acne.
Well, mine's from acne.
Yeah, acne. Oh.
Like the really severe looking one. I can't remember what it's called now. Right, what about this one, Glenn?
Eczema or something?
Like that one, Glenn? He looks pretty young, that one. Well, not young, but younger. Okay, anyway, so we've got our former vet mechanic, our vet priest, who's also a paranormal investigator, occultist.
You know, this is how naive. In my earlier statement of what branch of vet, I thought like vet is a veterinarian for a while.
Horses, obviously. Our investigative journalist, our priest, our mechanic, and our salesman.
They all walk into a bar.
Just because there's a priest there doesn't make it a joke. I'm just gonna cut.
I mean,
there.
And it does.
Okay, so yeah, premise is going to be Laura's character is going to be sent by our boss to investigate an incident or conspiracy. You're kind of there. You'll just get roped into it naturally. At some point, she's going to come across something. She's going to seek the advice of the priest character because it's supposed to be a specialist in these things. That's where you can get roped in. And our salesman, I'm still not quite sure where to rope you in here.
Maybe he's got an item that's related.
It's a fair thing. He could be trying to sell something he doesn't really understand.
She could come across you in the town. That's not really an issue. I'm just trying to think where you actually get kind of like roped into it. Is it possible because she's a young woman there on her own, you kind of feel like she needs a gentleman helping her out just to begin with, and then from there on you just get roped into it?
I think like initially it probably starts that he's probably a bit infatuated and probably thinks that he's got a chance and then gets roped into it.
Okay, that works too.
Character is quite, good looking, isn't she? She's quite wisecracking.
So's Kurt Russell.
Yeah. I love that image of Kurt Russell. I love it.
She just looks like she wouldn't take any rubbish. Look at her, just for like, hand on the hip.
She would not live in the 50s.
Yeah.
She's actually an actress in the 50s.
Men don't tolerate that.
But the Kurt Russell image is perfect for the traveling salesman. I love that. He absolutely looks like he just sells junk for way too much.
The tacky watch. I really wanted the tacky watch.
The tacky watch and the suit and just the look on his face. I love it.
Which movie is that from?
Used Cars.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen it. I've seen a lot of Kurt Russell ones.
Perfect. It's been a while since I watched a
I was thinking Starman at first for some reason, but I was like, he wasn't in Starman.
Yeah, that was other guy.
Yeah, I didn't think he was the main character in it, because that was Jeff Bridges.
Yep, good old Bridges.
Where's this fucking photograph I just put in here? I can't fucking find it now.
Alright, let me sit down. Let's see what you're doing.
Oh, I never copied it over. There.
Damn! You knocked it out of the park.
Where is portraits?
And he still has his hair? That's amazing.
He looks a tiny bit like my granddad, which is kind of creepy.
I have this.
Why is this fucking picture not showing up in my thing?
Eye blue. Damn, Betty Booth does look like it.
Right, okay, there we go. There's
she looks like a pure vixen, doesn't she?
Yeah, for sure.
And I can see why you call her Betty Boot, because she kind of looks close. I mean.
Well, she's in Reno, so
Daniel Ford.
I believe Reno's quite a small. I don't know if it's smaller or bigger than Vegas at this point.
I just think of Sister Act.
I should change the last name.
Reno.
Oh, not 50s. You change the last name. What's a good last name?
I just always think, when they go, heat wave.
Really?
When they're singing in Sister Act, and she goes, yeah, and the whole heat wave. Love it.
I got some interesting, like Ford, Brown, Booth. I need a basic 50 name.
Really? Those are very, English normative kind of names. Like, you had immigrants from all over the place. At that point, you could have any cultural background surname.
Yeah.
Is it Jewish?
Also, there was a lot of Europeans that fled to America.
A lot of Jewish people from Poland and all that.
When?
Who's Jeffrey, by the way?
That's Clem's.
Yeah.
Is it? The character looks a bit creepy, doesn't he?
That's one of the Three Stooges.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
the original. Yeah, the
He looks
original.
super creepy.
He does it that as a
You
serial
skimp along.
killer kind of photograph.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
most all mechanics have that vibe.
It's that lower jaw, that smile.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
as I saying it, he does look like kind of like my
really.
granddad.
Just a little bit of an overbite.
Yeah, Shimp's my
Callum, your
favorite
character
stooge.
looks like, a car salesman, doesn't he? With the
Well, I mean, he
checkered.
is.
He is. That
The
is
movie, he's
my
Oh, right,
character.
okay.
It's Kurt
Oh.
Russell playing a used car salesman.
Oh my
and
goodness.
his character is a
It's
traveling
perfect.
salesman.
The movie is
It's
called
so
Used
good.
Cars.
Perfect. It's so perfect.
Kind of stupid how people kept trying to imitate Curly Howard. Like, no, you can't. Get over it.
Right, so Callum, you're saying maybe he's like being kind of
He
flirty.
thinks he's got a chance.
He thinks he's got a chance
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, okay, that works. Perfect. Okay, I think that's all we need to start with. Let the weirdness commence.
Oh,
You okay, Swindle, with maybe being on the sidelines a little bit until they get to the point they need to come to you for...
yeah.
I mean, I'd obviously try to get there as soon as possible, but
Well, yeah, but like, yeah.
from what I have in mind,
don't
it
rush
might be
yeah.
like the end of the first session or something.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, shoot, that's basically when my very first campaign with y'all was like that. I didn't show up until like the second episode.
That's because you didn't think you'd want to be in a horror game.
Yeah.
And then you just proper thrived in it.
We had
Yeah.
Drac
now,
in the...
now it's one of my favorite fucking games.
Yeah, well, when we did the Call of Cthulhu one shot when I was practicing that scenario, and that was Drac's first like horror game because he also didn't think he'd like that kind of game, and he's like, shit, I want to do more of those.
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch the movie Sinners? That was such a good
it's
movie.
so
I
good.
loved
Meh.
it.
Here we go. Here comes Darks. But yeah.
It was like
I
two
loved
very good movies mashed together to make one not very great movie.
Anyway, so yeah,
Okay,
the
I
Stooges is
can-
great, yeah.
Because the story of the two
I can
brothers
agree with
coming
that.
back...
I got Dusk from Dawn vibes.
Yeah,
There was
too much.
definitely Dusk from Dawn
Yeah.
vibes.
But
There was, yeah.
the story
I'll agree to
the
that.
story of the two brothers who go away and be gangsters, and then they're kind of on the run. They come to set up the bar, the club, before they can make enough money and run before they get killed by like either the racists or the other gangsters. That sounded like a great movie on its own.
Yeah.
But then halfway through, it kind of flicks to the vampire thing, which I would have been more interested to see the Native American vampire hunters that were chasing them at the start.
Yeah.
I wanted,
I would have wanted more on that as well.
I
to
wanted
be
their
fair.
movie of them chasing the vampire.
Yeah.
That sounded like a better vampire film.
You guys like, guys, where are these dudes at?
So that was like two different movies kind of mushed together, and I
Yeah.
was like, I would have rather had the two different movies.
That I will agree with. Yeah. That's a fair
Because it
assessment.
was a little messy how it tried to
Eh.
merge them together, and it didn't really. And then I felt like the whole thing with the KKK guys at the end felt very tacked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I feel
Yeah.
like that could have easily just been the climax of the other movie if it'd been its own separate thing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it yet, so bear with me.
Have you not?
It
It's
does
so
sound-
good.
I'm not spoiling.
I think you'd like
it's
it,
all very
Glenn. It's
heavily
good.
signposted.
No,
during
you
publishing.
didn't, because now that you said the whole Native American thing, I'm like, damn, that sounds like badass.
That little bit you get of them chasing the vampire
Yeah,
to
right
set
at
it
the
up,
beginning.
it's just like shit. I want to know like their story and
Yeah.
what they were doing, man.
Because they knew the rules, they knew how it worked, and they were chasing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
They
Especially
knew to
because
get back
I
home before dark.
understand those kind of things. Like, you see that one little thing in movies, you're like, I want to see them though.
Yeah, it's such a good
Yeah.
little idea. And it's
Yeah.
like, fuck that's the vampire movie there. I wanted to see. The rest it just felt kind of. The elements that were
They
good, but
literally-
it just kind of pushed together. Didn't quite work for me.
Literally, the smartest characters in that whole movie were the Native Americans. Because they were just like, all right, sun's getting dark.
I
We
mean,
out.
And equally, the
Fend for
the
yourselves.
two brothers, you know, and they were like ex-gangsters and all that.
Yeah.
That was very interesting, and I liked their story.
Yeah, they were.
But I
they were
just
pretty
felt
cool.
the
I love that.
vampires hodged into
I
their
liked
story didn't work so well.
Forrest Whitaker's character. I thought
he's
he
always
was
great,
really
man.
good. I love Forrest
I can't think of a
Whitaker.
film he's been in.
He's
where I
like
didn't like him.
he's a gentle giant, isn't he? He's just always so.
Or he's a fucking
Which one's-
maniac.
Oh.
If you've ever watched Last King of Scotland, where he plays Idi
Right,
Amin,
okay.
who was a tyrannical, genocidal
Oh,
African dictator, and he plays him just the turn
Oh, yeah,
from being
that,
all like
yeah.
hey and happy and rich and and all that kind of stuff, and pleasant to the guy, to just being the fucking like evil psychopath part of him. Was just, it's frightening.
I've never watched it.
Forrest
It's
Whitaker?
The Last King of Scotland. It's
Yeah.
fuck, what's his name?
I
The
meant
had
Played
a
by
to.
Beatle.
I
vision
meant
that
to
I would
watch
not-
it.
James McAvoy was in it with him.
Yeah, he said he was psychic because he knew he was gonna die when he was gonna die.
Yeah, he was mental.
That guy was a dick. He was a pure dick.
He was a genocidal maniac.
Yeah.
I used to have
Yeah,
a
But
Right.
I
book.
turned it
didn't think
on.
Forrest Whitaker was in Sinners, was he? Just
I
completely
loved
forgot.
him in. Do you know what I loved him in? I loved him in Body Snatchers. I thought you played the character so well in Body
He
Snatchers.
plays all his characters well. I love Ghost Dog. A lot of
Did you
people
watch
don't like
that,
Ghost
Glenn?
Dog, but I love
Body
it.
Snatchers, the 1995 one.
I didn't hate it. I know what you mean. I know how you feel. Dark. It's like it wasn't bad. It was pretty decent.
Are you talking about Body
Clarkdale,
Snatchers?
No, Ghost Dog.
Oh right, okay.
Clarkdale, Mississippi.
But I really, going to Ghost Dog, I really like those films that are just kind of slow. There's not a lot of dialogue. Lots of there's lots of like buttons clicking, ASMR type kind of audio going on. I love movies like that, especially when they're set in like some remote wilderness and it's just like one character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Forrest Whitaker in Sinners was like the big bodyguard guy.
No, that's a completely different
Is
actor.
it?
Yeah.
No,
he's the-
it was Forrest Whitaker.
Let
It
me
was.
see him.
No,
I gotta
hang
see
on.
him.
I just looked it up and that's what it showed.
Because you're
Yeah.
talking about Cornbread,
Because
right?
I was just
Guy
double
watching the
checking.
door.
No, that wasn't him. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, I will say Laura is kind of
I
bad
do like this. Oh, go ahead.
African American
Yeah.
actors, getting them all mixed up.
That's untrue.
Yeah, no,
That is so
it's-
untrue.
yeah, that's-
No,
yeah,
it
that's
is.
not Forrest Whitaker. That's Omar Benson Miller.
Yep. Now I know who you're talking
Okay,
about.
sorry.
Mhm.
There was a
Stop.
time where every African American
To
actor
be
in a
fair,
film was either Will
to be
Smith or
fair,
Denzel
he
Washington
knows
for her.
he knows me as well that it's other people. I get people mixed up all the time. Just
Yes.
other people.
You know,
like, I mean,
that's fair. That's fair.
who was it? That
It's
actor
still
that I
funny,
always
though.
kept.
There's a lot of them, man. You're terrible
Yeah.
with like names
Yeah.
and describing things
Yes.
You're so mean.
and remembering things.
Let's not forget the fire flame. Never forget the fire flame.
Can I use this flamethrower? Sure. Can I use
Wait, so
negotiation?
this happened all
no.
in a
Yeah,
fraction
can
of
I
a
use
day?
negotiation? Can I use negotiation to stake the vampire?
I thought that was a good one to do. So
I have most dice of this.
Yeah.
Can I use this for everything?
Yeah. Even though
Ah,
it's
yes.
completely unrelated.
Cotton picking.
She
Back in the
plays
day.
like a bard.
Yeah, sure.
The worst kind of power gamer just puts all her stats dice into one thing and just tries to use it for everything.
Yeah.
Can I seduce the calculator to give me the right result?
Can I
Can I
roll
use
it
negotiation
again?
on the I use the negotiation on the book to just,
Yeah.
tell me the information I need.
Well, it could be a magical
Oh, I failed the roll.
book
Can I
for
roll
you.
it again? Just
Could be a it
till I
could be
succeed.
a swindle. It could be a magical book where you have to use.
We were doing the sci-fi game, Callum, and she was like playing a character that was decidedly not going to be all about self-preservation and running away from danger. And she went
You decided
completely
to run away from danger,
well,
right?
instead, she did do that, but she also went completely psycho and just like asphyxiated everyone she came across.
Ah, cool. So she went murder hobo.
I forgot. Yeah, I actually forgot. Let's not forget how she humanely killed a person by like
Oh, I don't want to
what was
beat them
it?
up because that's too traumatic. Let's lock them in a spacesuit and turn off their oxygen.
Let's humanely suffocate them to death.
She's like, that's peaceful, right? And I was like, no, that's very traumatic.
I just thought it was just gonna be like, you know, they were gonna just be knocked unconscious. And
I like Laura's version
you know...
of reality.
I just go to sleep
asphyxiation
gently.
is a peaceful death.
Especially when you're trapped in a spacesuit. It's not horrific at all.
The flailing is them peacefully going to sleep.
Then she's like, just put the body out of the airlock.
Just think, like, they'll use Swindle in your last game, though, like in the Mythos character. Yeah.
Well, you know, I never claimed to be perfect.
Swindle completely derailed part of that campaign by deciding his character was just going to freak out and just like blast the suspected monster who was disguised as a human. And then of course the person just died in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was too smart.
That was just like, man. I just remember because we were like all there and we were like, what are you doing?
Well, to be fair,
you didn't
some shit was going on with my head.
Game. You never fought a lot in that game, honestly. See, looking back on it, I was like, what was he thinking?
In character,
in every situation, like the basement, we ended up going to the basement. That was your idea, Swindle. We just kind of jumped on the bandwagon with you. Yeah. And then giving all the books as well to the guy
that wasn't... That didn't go exactly how I thought it was gonna go, but, you know, mistake. Like I said, I never claimed to be perfect. In fact, I claim to be a moron more often.
That was so... There were so many funny parts to that last Mythos, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know about worked out, but it definitely concluded.
I didn't say it worked out well for you. I just said it worked out.
What's called because you weren't there, Callum, so there was a bit of conspiracy theory between me and Swindle's character. Like, I didn't trust him at all. I thought he was like evil and stuff, and it was quite it was quite funny at times because there was like, I don't trust him.
He was
thoroughly.
He was Kian and she was playing her character's daughter from the first one.
Yeah.
Find me, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Yeah, find me, what's her name?
Oh, fuck.
What's her name?
Wasn't it Margaret something, or?
No.
Mildred.
Mildred! That's the one, Mildred!
Mildred's daughter.
Gloria.
Yeah. Oh, so Kian was like...
wasn't she? Jesus.
Well, so was Mildred.
Psycho.
Yeah. Kian knew that she was Mildred's daughter and was like, nah, fuck, here we go again. And sure enough, she was just as crazy as her mom.
She did approach it quite sort of sane at first, and then she just went like, okay, just like full throttle.
Yeah, for a few seconds, and then she took a fucking left turn real quick.
But to be fair, like your character like hid loads of stuff from
Well, yeah, because he didn't want to talk to her about how he was there when her dad died.
Yeah, I suppose that is.
Keen didn't want to relive that memory.
Yeah, no, I was like, I didn't want nothing to do with that.
And now Kane is like, you know,
perfectly happy in his little box.
Yeah, I'm just a little worm. I'll never die, and I'm in a box. I'm perfectly fine.
He is Shai-Hulud.
Oh shit! Yes,
He is the God Emperor, Shai-Hulud.
I'm wondering
he is immortal.
I'm wondering if we'll ever go back to that place.
I'm sure it will crop up somewhere or other.
Yeah.
If Dark ever announces that a future Mythos game takes place at Scotland, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm immediately like, we're going to the vaults.
I don't know if you remember, I had to remind Laura, but that's when you went to the castle up north. I think it was in Glenrothes. And you found like the hidden staircase behind the bookcase, and you went downstairs, and there was this big intricate doorway that you opened up, and there was something at the end of the corridor, I used fled, leaving all the doors open and unlocked.
Yeah, but we thought, you know what, we're all gonna die.
Oh, you'd already had
like,
someone getting shot by a shotgun.
Yeah. I was about to say, wasn't that the one where I shot a guy's leg off, basically? Yeah, we let something
great,
out.
Just only mild maiming.
I mean...
And Swindle's character drank the tea.
The monster in the last one didn't get killed either.
Yeah, no,
so
technically it's still running around. Well, no, mostly just me either not knowing or being like, well, Kian doesn't know.
And my memory fails me about 1933 one ending exactly, but there was definitely stuff floating around in that one as well.
Yeah, that's the one with Rocky, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's went to the house at the end.
Yeah, that was the one with the...
Yeah, we definitely did not...
as well.
Yeah, we definitely did not tie up all the loose ends, but, I mean, Rocky managed to 1v1 the big bad question mark?
Dun, 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 dun.
Which I'm still surprised. I was like, oh, it's still my turn. Like,
you rolled a lot of fucking crits and stuff like that at that point.
Yeah, that last
like
one, I could feel you being frustrated with that one too.
I wasn't frustrated, but I was just like flailing a little bit because I was like, how do we explain this sensibly?
Yeah.
Because you should be dead.
Honestly, I would have accepted even if I had rolled, if you just like, yeah, sure, you stab him and then you die.
I can't just ignore that.
I think it's like at some point where he's succeeding so much that he's actually seeing into the other realm. Like, so he is achieving it, but he's eventually phasing out of existence because he's power cosmic or something.
I read and listened to almost all the Lovecraft ones now, and there's a lot of them, man, where the not so much the hero per se, but the person involved in it does come out the other side of it. Obviously, they've got all the trauma and the scenic stuff, man, but there are times, man, where like most of the times the big bad does kind of get like put away, and they just go on. And that's how they're still telling the story at the end. So it's not unheard of for them to overcome the odds. There's one where I can't remember what it's called now, and they're in Appalachians, and it's basically they're supposed to be so remote and inbred and all that they've become like these monsters that live underground, and the guy gets away. Even though like he should have died. So I mean, there are stories of it where they do get away. And I guess that was one of those.
That was like the first one. We all managed to get away relatively unscathed.
The fish guy was so... That island one with the fish, that was so scary. I felt like the fish people.
Well, that was just Shadow of Innsmouth. That's literally what that section was.
That was I found that really scary.
Yeah, that's the one I think me and Goose missed. That one.
Yeah, you missed that one. Which is probably why it was more scary for because there was only 2 or 3.
Yeah. It's just you and Paul.
Were you not in that one?
No, it was you.
No.
It was Laura, Paul, Callum, and someone else was there.
Yeah, Goose was there because Goose saved me when we were at the water.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the one it was Laura and Callum went to the mine. That was just the two of them.
Scary.
And that was Paul grabbing Mildred by the arm and dragging her in there saying, nope, you wanted this, come on, we're going.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was just weird.
Over the shoulder.
Because as usual, Laura was like, oh, let's not do this now. And you were like, nope, this is all your fault, come on.
Yeah.
Scary.
And I loved that. I maintain that's one of my absolute favorite moments. Was that moment where Mildred suddenly goes from like, yeah, I'm doing this without you, or with or without you too. Oh wait, maybe this is a bad idea. We just immediately like, nope, fuck it, we're here now.
The best bit is probably when I handed Goose
That's my favourite part,
torch.
Maybe in any game I've ever ran. He's going into the basement, it's all dark, and he's at the front, or he's there, and he's like, oh, we don't have a flashlight though, and then you're like, oh, I've got a flashlight here, and I shove it into his hand and push him in front. Then he has to go into the basement himself with the flashlight.
I like the whole sort of where Mildred was, because I couldn't help but go like, you're way more terrified of this than I am. This is going to be funny to just carry you in.
I actually think the one guy that was like pure like listening to this, and he said, "Oh, do you have another one to you?" As in another
On
series.
YouTube, yeah.
I totally think it was like Mildred and Swindle's character.
Well, Tink listens to all these as well, man, because he likes the Mythos ones. The 33 one he didn't get through. And I was like, it's very rough, man. He's like, but if you push through it, it ends up better. Just so you know what's happening.
Do you know what?
I still have.
I was gonna say I
sorry,
sometimes just like Goose's reactions because it's just so
that's
funny.
why I try to get Alan into it every time, man, because Alan's is such a good counterbalance to the other characters generally because he's quite quiet and sensible. But at the same time, you can tell when he's like, as a player, nervous about doing something in it because he's like, because he just does that sort of like, I'm not sure it's a good idea.
Yeah. He's definitely, while everyone else is charged in the darkness, he's the one going, guys, I don't think it's a good idea. But
everyone
he's following
except Laura.
Still.
Yeah.
Everyone except Laura charging into the darkness.
Although my other favourite bit all time is Swindle's character Cian going into the lane with the lassie.
Yeah, that is like we're all like, no, what are you doing?
The whole like absolutely genuinely fell for that.
I
just so
naive.
Like
so naive.
To this day, I still look back at that like, how did I not see? How did I not think maybe this is a bad idea? Normally, I have a pretty good idea of like, okay, I'm definitely doing something that's going to be bad.
You embrace it as like a player, but for that one, you actually genuinely didn't think.
Yeah, me and the character were both like, oh, surely she's an innocent, right? And then nope, flashlight. Oh God, her eyes. Oh God, her claws.
Why is this hole in my chest?
Yeah, a hole in my chest.
Yeah.
What the
fuck? Look, my heart.
I was genuinely like so convinced that she was
like
innocent.
About 4 times, like your character.
That first season was so fucking good, man.
Didn't Cian like get stabbed right at the start by the floating dagger as well?
No,
that was Cheyenne.
Yeah, Cheyenne got stabbed and then was killed.
Oh, I just thought that was so funny because when she did her role and she meant it for me, and then it ended up her character got killed.
Not just killed, she was her throat ripped out.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I had fun like trying to make Paul just think this was all real things that's happening, nothing cosmic or mysterious. Like the bed flying out the wall. Poor framework.
I did like the one when you brought your wife to the house that you were trying to sell because you hadn't sold it yet. And I had her like running upstairs and you were all like, "Oh my, don't go up there."
Do you know what I liked when Glim, your character, when it was like, you were taking photos and I just went out of the door in the last Mythos and you were like still taking the photos. That was a pure scary moment.
Oh, you left him in the dark room, you mean?
Yeah. When I left him in the dark room. Like,
that crazy shit.
Then they come back in and he's like on the ground with like scars on his chest.
Yeah. Dude, that oh man, that and the temple too. Like that one was tripping my brain up real bad. But
well, this one's going to be so much tamer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Man.
We're all gonna come out of this unscathed.
It is kind of funny because Dark don't. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he's not gonna. It's not gonna be tame. It's definitely not.
No, yeah, sure.
I just love this fucking time period in the movies from this time period so much. This is just like a playground for me this time.
Right on. Oh no.
Dark assumes that I'm not really scared of anything, which is a compliment.
Where are you getting this? Where if I said you're not scared of anything? You're literally the guy that goes, hell no, about stuff.
Oh man.
I think like for me it's like I just despise jump scares, but I love everything else horror, just not jump scares.
Yeah.
I said this when we did the first one. I was never like a big especially movie horror fan, games and all that kind of stuff, I just never find like scary. But since doing these, I'm so much more into the atmosphere and the creation of it and the setup and stuff. It's just really interesting.
I actually did love your take on the zombie, because we were dealing with people that were hungry. We're like, oh shit, that's scary.
Oh, the Delta Green one that we did.
Yeah.
They had
okay.
You guys didn't play, but they had a taste of like ambrosia, basically from a different dimension, and in trying to like recapture that, they become like pure cannibals and shit, man.
Yeah.
Just starved for trying to recapture that feeling again. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
They were like chewing their own arms off and stuff like that, man.
Oh,
Jesus. They'd eaten someone. I think when they found them, the clue was like outside their garbage was just full of all these like empty clean products because they'd spent so much time obsessively cleaning the house after they'd like cut this person up and eaten them.
Jesus. I don't care what you say. From this day, I still think about that apartment. Oh no, that house. Excuse me. How you said that? There was this blood all over. I'm like, jeez.
I think I still have the clip from the 33 one where it was just like, because that was the episode where it was just me and Laura's character, and then like, oh my god, you had the tension wound up so high that the moment you said I was gonna end it there, I just started laughing.
Are you talking about in that house and like when we went upstairs into the church?
Well, it was the church. Yeah, the church. Yeah.
Oh, that was so scary. That was like,
oh my god,
I was like, oh no.
The church in 33.
Yes, the church.
Hang on, let me share it again.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's right at the very end. It's right at the very end where I just start laughing like an insane person. Because at that point, it was just all that tension just released, and then it just.
Oh, it was so scary. That was.
That's manic.
It was the.
Yeah, no, I was wound the fuck up for that episode, dude. I was just like, I was so fucking stressed, and then the moment you were like, I was just gonna end that there, it just like snapped. It just released.
So
all that tension.
That was used for in the church. Fuck, what was it? You got caught with someone dead or something? I can't even remember.
Yeah, no, it was my wife.
Right.
Because that's whenever she hatched.
Oh yeah.
And then like she kissed me, and because I was fucking crazy.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you were listening. Yeah.
That's whenever I absorbed her, and all that was left was the bits and pieces.
Oh no, that was so disgusting. Oh.
Yeah.
I need to go back.
And then of course the fucking priest shows up, and there's a corpse in the room. So it's a very stressful time.
No. Oh, that was so horrible.
Yeah. And it was just me and Laura who were like,
Well, I was so traumatized.
See, this is why next year I just want to do Mythos and like one other kind of game that we go off and come back to in the same way, because you get so much continuation, and like you can come back and reference other parts of it. It's just so good.
I really liked your character glimpse. See, like in the last Mythos we did with the camera guy, and I thought that was like really good.
Photographer?
Yeah, the photographer. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
My favorite of the last one was you were like meant to be on guard when they all went to bed in the hotel, and the guy like left early in the morning or late at night, and you were just like, okay then. He went and you didn't tell anyone.
Yep.
Didn't tell anybody, and then we find his body the next morning.
Next day you can break into his room and like his own body is inside the trunk that he has.
And I'm like, oh.
And it's only then that you realize.
Oh, by the way,
should have told somebody.
He wasn't very big,
loved as well how you were like, see that guy, you were so trusting over that guy. You were like,
the random cult guy.
The random cult
the
guy.
Tattoo.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's totally legit.
Sometimes you gotta trust a guy with a snake tattoo.
No! Oh my god, that whole episode, like, out of character, I was screaming. That
I was
whole
playing my
episode, I
character.
was just screaming.
I'm pretty sure it was later that episode was the time when you shot the guy, because that was the culmination for Keane.
Yeah.
The person I felt so sorry for wasn't your character, Swindle. It was actually Goose's character. I was sorry.
Yeah, basically everything that happened in that last campaign, like I did to myself. Dark was like was targeting Goose.
Well, right.
I mean, for story reasons, yeah.
The rest of you gave me like something of a backstory for the character. He didn't really know who he wanted to play, and he left so much of his backstory just blank and vague.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to paint you as like the not the central figure, but you know, the objective in amongst this.
Oh, it was so good though.
Use it to bring in all the other ones. Because when he was going like, why can I see this and other people can't? And like, why do people keep like talking to me in strange languages?
Why are people saying, you know, Lisa Nagaib?
You smashed the tablet, didn't you, with the guy? He was like,
oh no, that was me.
Oh, was it? I thought that was them.
Yeah, because that guy was fucking obsessing over it. I was like, wait, so this is a map to the thing that you're after? Okay, cool. Smash!
Oh, goodness.
I was like, fuck that shit. No, it was whenever we grabbed that tablet and we found a guy that apparently was also in there, but he showed up
years before you'd left.
Yeah,
he was in there when you were in there, but he came out years before you even arrived.
Yeah. Oh god, freaking that temple place still messes with my brain with the whole time bullshit. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you's locked out as well because you kept failing the role, and if you'd succeeded the role, you'd have been stuck in there for a long time.
Years.
I was just thinking about the trinket at the market. That was just like, I was like, I don't want this anymore.
we just kept on having it, I guess.
But the other artifact that was in the temple that Keen grabbed.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing
wasn't
that sealed
subtle
his
about
fate.
asking you like where you were holding it and where you were touching it and all that. And then you were finally just like, I just grab it with hands.
Well, no. What it was like, you know, I was holding it by the handle, and you kept asking me that, and I was like, okay. And then you were like, there's like kind of a subtle texture to it. I was like, maybe it's a map that you gotta like touch with your hands. And so whatever I said, I touch with my hands. Yeah, you straight up were like, oh no, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely dead now. Whatever I did, I definitely dead.
I think it was like yourself, Glenn, me, and you were just kind of like, why are you taking this with you? kind of thing. I was like, why?
Swindle has to know.
Yeah, no,
he always does have to know, don't you?
I've told ever since the first game, man. I've told Dark the easiest way to get me, lure a little piece of information that I gotta know.
Swindle, here's a box. It's from Pandora.
Yeah. No, don't
it's
open
funny
it.
Because you just dangle an unknown in front of Swindle, he's going to go for it. And it's the same way I've got Draken in another game. If I dangle anything as a shiny in front of him, he cannot resist. He has to try and do it.
Even though I know Dark is baiting me, I can't resist. I have to know.
For me, I have to be playing with Laura, and Laura has to be scared to do something, and I'll go and do the thing.
Yeah, we have to do this because she is going to scream.
Well, we gotta justify her fears, you know. I mean, we wouldn't want Laura to be scared of nothing.
It's quite scary for me, like in real life, because like, see, when I'm like going through the story, I'm like, oh, this is quite scary.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely terrifying, like, you know, the story and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, I mean, you know, what's the worst that could happen?
Well,
if my make-believe character dies,
yeah,
you
but
know,
it's scary
it is what
for
it
her
is.
because she's got to live with me afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
She knows more and more of what goes on in that head.
Yeah, the psychopath.
Sometimes he could just be a puppy, though. He can be like, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm really sweet.
I can't imagine.
What, like the puppy from The Thing, right?
No. You did not just
puppy
bring
from
that
the
up. How
thing.
fucking
No,
dare you?
the puppy from Body Snatchers
Ugh.
with a human face.
Oh
No,
no.
what?
Oh,
Ew,
man.
no. How
I
dare
didn't
you
know that
bring
was
up
a
that
thing. I
fucking...
need to look that up. Oh
Dude,
fuck!
You need to go back and watch
That-
1970s Body Snatchers, mate. It's phenomenal.
I have to watch the 1995 one as well with Forrester Whitaker. He's so good.
Is it actually with, Forrest Whitaker?
Yes.
Or is it
It's
some other guy?
actually
Okay, no,
it must be one of his earliest ones because he's really young in that one.
They just put a latex face over a dog.
Mm.
That's even
70s,
scary
man.
enough.
Different time.
Just reminds me of like Mars Attacks, remember? And it had like the face and the dog.
Oh, that terrified me. That
Yeah.
movie.
Now, the thing is what fucked me up big time, like especially that first scene with the dogs. Oh my god, I would not leave my husky side for like weeks after that.
But I can imagine
Just
if you're
kept
a
hugging
person,
him.
yeah. I don't know if you've
yeah,
I
ever
was more
watched.
scared I was more scared how he went to the kettle. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this dog so
Yeah, it was
formal?
I don't know if you've ever
at the
watched.
time those.
If you ever watched The Thing with the commentary with Kurt Russell, and every time the monster comes up, he just fucking laughs his ass off for like 10 minutes straight.
I believe him.
He's just one of those people that just like finds horror stuff hilarious.
That's
I believe
crazy. I
him.
wish I could be like that. Holy hell.
Do you not think though his household must be so hilarious because there's like Goldie Hawn and himself? It's just so funny.
I never found Mass Effect scary, man. I actually found it kind of annoying.
I found
What,
it scary
Mass
because I was
Effect?
way too young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's me with the thing too. I was way too young for that, and then of course I was a huge dog person as well. So it was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Wait, you didn't
can't
think the thing was
I
scary?
can't.
I definitely thought the thing was scary. That's what I
Yeah,
was
I
way too
thought
young,
No,
and I
what
was
is
a
Dark
dog
Side?
person.
Yeah.
Oh, Mars Attacks, because Callum was saying when he was young, it scared him.
I found Mars Attacks too scary because I was too young for it, and it was just me. It was a gory movie.
It has. Am I right in thinking it has the guns and it turns them into like little
Skeletons.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned into like blue and green skeletons.
I like that
damn.
because the War of the Worlds, which is 1950s, the sci-fi one as well. The death rays in that do the same kind of thing. And it just turns them into like dust piles.
That one, for some reason, I loved that movie, like the original War of the Worlds movie. No, the 1950s one.
Yeah. There's one scene in it that I did find scary as a kid, and it's he looks out the window. It looks really hammy now when you grow up, but at the time he looks out the window and he just sees one of them just kind of like
the alien
shuffle,
there, like
into the bushes,
yeah.
man. And I just found that creepy as fuck, man.
It was creepy, but in a fascinating way for me. Like I wanted to know more, like how does the alien see and all this kind of thing. But then again, like I'm weird, like I get this weird like fixation on certain things. Like when the Half-Life headcrab zombies, for the longest time I wanted to know how they worked.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Lore nerd, that's what that is, man.
Yeah.
The horror movie that got me, and I'm sure I've said it to you guys before, 1988, The Blob.
That one.
Oh yeah.
Fucky wucky.
Yep, it was acidic. I'm like, what's this thing?
I knew of The Blob, but I never watched it.
It's not the 50s one, the 88 one, which is the one where it
that
tears
one
people
was
apart.
scary as hell. It's pretty much acidic bubble gum. I'm like, fuck that.
Being melted is kind of frightening, though.
Like that is what a gelatinous cube should be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? What it's meant to be.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
But it's like whenever you see it portrayed, it's always like,
and then remember the girl?
It's unnerving.
Remember the girl part? Because that scared me too. Because I'm like, wait, it can silently kill you too. Because all I have to do is
because she's asleep and it just like eats her from the inside.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
I didn't watch the
hell?
80s one. We said this last time. I need to watch the 80s one because I can't even remember it. I remember bits of it.
It's the girl's asleep, right? Like she's been roofied, and there's this like jock trying to like get it on with her, and so he puts his hand under the skirt, and basically like full on blob is there, and that's how he gets devoured.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
That's quite near the start of the movie, so I'm sorry I spoiled the start.
But yeah, it's the scary part that it doesn't like fully eat her. It's like he was like, I'm like, dude, that part scared me. I'm like,
I thought the Triffids was quite
I
scary.
love Triffids.
Triffids are fucking amazing.
It was so scary.
I listened to the audiobook of obviously the original novel. It's fucking phenomenal, man. You definitely should listen to it or read it, man, if you haven't.
I've read it, listened to several variations, and watched several variations of the show and the movie.
The BBC one was really good,
amazing.
man.
That was hilarious because he kept walking around with a shotgun. He was just shooting off lilies.
Yeah.
Like that's how you could do the BBC one.
What were you saying, Glenn?
I got the original Jurassic Park book because I heard that they're more darker than the movie.
Yeah,
and when I heard about what happens to the big boy, I'm like, oh shit, okay. That's
I need to try doing the audiobook of that one. I can't even read things about.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my literature on.
I really like the other Michael Crichton one that he did the movie of Sphere, because I actually really liked the movie when it came out, and the book of it is really really good.
How's the book compared to the movie?
Because it's a lot more like their thoughts in their mind kind of narrative. So obviously the mystery of it is less obvious for longer. And it's a lot more kind of psychological, so it's a lot darker, man. But it's really good. It's worth listening to.
You're talking about the Michael Crichton Sphere?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that book was crazy. I still remember that.
I think I was too young to really understand the movie because I think it's a lot more complicated. Because I just watched it and a lot of it just went literally over my head.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I might have seen it somewhere when it came out, man. A lot of people didn't like it, but actually,
hold up, that guy wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that guy wrote Jurassic Park, which is wild.
And Sphere, wow.
Look, he's written a lot more stuff that's been made into things than that, man. It tends to happen when you're a writer that gets one book made into a movie, they start mining your stuff for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the book Sphere. It was definitely one of those things where I was like, again, because if there's a bit of lore and I need to know more, like it hooked me at that point because I'm like, what the fuck is with this sphere? What the fuck is going on? Then right at the very end, I was like, what the hell?
Oh fuck! I love the Andromeda Strain. That was a great movie.
Do you know what? I'm so old now, mate. I have read that book and I can't remember anything about it.
It's Tiberium.
I am now old enough that there are like movies and stuff that I'll be like, oh, I've seen that, but I just cannot remember anything about it anymore.
Andromeda Strain.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Tiberium coming to the world and some scientists try to figure out how to stop it.
Yeah, I remember bits. It was like Dune. I had to go back and reread Dune a second time, like 15 years or something after I read it, because I just couldn't remember fucking anything about it.
Dune's an incredibly complicated book, though, because everyone's got their own plot.
I don't think it is, man. Like when I was reading because everybody said it was such a terse read and all that, and I just didn't find it at all. But then I don't know, man.
Because it follows Paul, but basically everyone has their own little plot series.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's fun about it, because it feels like it's a very living world rather than a standard.
Yeah, you're coming at it from all different viewpoints, angles, man. That's why I actually don't like the movies nearly as much, because he's my favorite director, Vinny, and he did a great job with Dune. But there's so much of it that's just not present, and I don't just mean like scenes or characters that have been like chopped or changed. That I mean like the whole atmosphere when they come on Arrakis of like paranoia and distrust just isn't present in the movie because it skips along quite quickly. Do you know what I mean?
They kind of has to.
Yeah, but there's and they don't trust. They're not supposed to trust the mother, and the doctor's more prominent as this kind of safe character because he's a healer and all that stuff, and the assassinations and the sabotage and all this kind. And they don't know who to trust and shit. Like that just feels very absent in the movie. And I think it's lacking. They were editing it during COVID, so that was why a lot of it. And he did a great job of like hitting the main points so that actually you still had a coherent movie. But just
even if you've never read the books, which is always important too.
Yeah, but that whole section missing to me was like such a big part I felt of the story when I read it and made an impression on me that missing in the movie, I was kind of like, And there's other bits as well, obviously, that skip over next stuff, but that was the main part for me that I kind of thought it detracted from.
I mean, to be fair, the one of the issues that I see with a lot of books that get adapted into movies is like there's often like in just the one book alone, there's enough for like 3 movies.
Totally, yeah.
And you know, because they don't want to make 3 movies, you know.
Well, I'm gonna counterpoint is that the general public don't really like the real Dune book, right? It's such a niche and specific book that they kind of do need to dumb it down for a movie plot because, I mean, let's be honest, what was it, the 80s version of Dune? Tried its best and it needed a 10-minute pre-introduction to try and explain some of the fucking context?
See, but, I mean, this is such a cliche to say these days though, but if it had been like that HBO series, like Game of Thrones was, it took its time, did it properly, you know what I mean? Then it can like really get into it and do all the characters unfolding properly.
Well, they have. I think they've done at least several Dune series.
Yeah, but the HBO one, I mean, because they spend like $10 million an episode and shit like that one on those, so it would actually be high caliber.
Yeah, especially with Denis like direction and stuff like that, or like visuals and stuff like that. Yeah, a series would probably have served
but I think
it
Game
better.
of Thrones showed you can have that complex political intrigue aspects, and people will still watch it. God, that was fantasy, and people were still watching it. And that is not like mainstream, really.
I mean,
you do need to cut it down for a movie length, definitely, to make it fit the 2-3 hours that they force it into.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I mean, Lord of the Rings had a lot of stuff cut out as well, and it was like, goddamn, what is it, like 10, 14 hours if you watch the whole of it?
Well, okay, you say a lot of stuff, a lot of story got cut out of it, but not a lot of the, you know, freaking wide shots of scenery and landscape like that. That was at least 45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, like there was a lot of stuff that got cut out that actually really didn't change much of the story.
Yeah.
Like there was some things that could have been helped to expand upon, but like for example, Tom Bombadil cut out the entire movie. Doesn't change anything, yet some people were really butthurt about it.
And you know what sucks about that? Robin Williams would have been a great Bombadil, and it's like y'all had that choice, and you guys could have did that, and I guess not.
They probably, I imagine like they might have wanted to, but they have a budget
and a time limit.
And from what I understand, Peter Jackson like pulled off miracles to get the budget that he did for what he needed.
Yeah. They were all shortchanged from what I hear about people. Like, they wanted to do it, but they were doing it for pennies, weren't they?
Yeah, but the residuals must be so fucking tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they get residuals?
Yes.
You know how, like,
if you're an actor and you're an actor guild, you get residuals.
What was that one? And it wasn't, they never got the residuals. Oh, yeah, it was The Sopranos. The Sopranos, they don't get residuals.
Well, that one actress says she didn't.
I've just been watching that lately. The Sopranos again.
Woke up this morning.
I love that.
Hands down best TV show ever.
I loved how it ended. Absolutely loved how it ended.
I think Sopranos was one of those, like, because it was mainstream, I instantly was like, I don't care to watch it.
You should go back and watch it.
I know how you feel. I mean, I've seen like bits and pieces of it, but it's like,
See,
100% you would love it.
See, watching it when you're older, you have a whole different perspective on what's happening as well. It really changes the slant.
You're like, man, I want to do crime.
Well, when you're younger, you're like, the guy says, this is all cool as fuck. And then when you watch it older, you're like, these people are so fucking destructive to everything they touch.
Yeah.
Just like a massive destruction, whatever they touch, like you said, it's just kind of a road of like leaving the bodies and leaving people's lives ruined.
Not even bodies. There was the time where Tony was getting checked, so he had to play straight edge for a while. So he had to manage his waste management business, and like the first day, he fucks the receptionist because he's that bored.
Not the first day.
Jeez.
But yes, he does. But he also is just like causing it. But it's like the one guy who's like his quote unquote friend, like, and he's a business owner, and the guy develops like a gambling addiction. And then if Tony had been like a normal human being, a friend, he would have been like, I'm not giving you money to gamble with. That's ridiculous. But as he says to him later on, he's like, you came to me for money. I know you have this business. So I gave you the money because I knew you would lose it to me. And then I can come in and take all your business. and then the guy
Jesus
goes bankrupt
Christ.
and all that. And then in a later season, you see him, people talking about that character and saying how, oh yeah, he's like lost his wife and he's moved to a different state, and then he commits suicide.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just everyone he comes in contact with, including his therapist, is just left like an absolute wreck.
Jesus! I forgot about the therapist.
Yeah, she becomes like an alcoholic and all that, man, because she's interacting with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part. But that's fucked.
He's like a natural disaster, just like destroying everything he passes through. And then it shows. I always loved
and the young people that he kills as well. You know, that end up dying in his watch is just like ridiculous.
Everyone
as well.
he touches, their life is just like destroyed in some way. And
then the chef.
Isn't it like like the end of the therapist? Like she actually snaps at him. Like instead of, because when normally the sessions are he's tense going in, and then like the final one he's super calm, and she's like totally freaking the hell out.
She's been given the study about how psychopaths use people like her as an avenue to like relieve themselves of their guilt or whatever, and that makes her like furious because she realizes she's been duped just like everyone else in his life.
Yeah.
And she's just like been party to this, thinking that she could cheat him somehow, but he's just like using her.
Jeez.
Yeah, to make him feel better about himself.
Damn.
But
the animals.
There's so many. The more times you watch it, the more like little bits you pick up in conversations that other characters have about other characters that were destroyed.
You hate Mr. Soprano. You're like, man, you're a dick.
Well, he's a great character, but like he is just
the guy that played
horrible.
him. The guy that played
James
him said that
Gandolfini.
he quit like so many times because he thought the guy was so evil and despicable. You know, the Gandolfini, James Gandolfini, he says he quit so many times. But
yeah, it's just got such depth to all of his characters as they come in and out.
Even the wife,
you're really good at...
even the wife is cold as well. What was that bit where the wife is like really cold? She
has an affair because she's going to leave Tony, and then she uses the guy that she's having an affair with because that's just how she's learned to operate, obviously, with her husband. And the guy's like, I need to get out of this. You're using me. He's like, you're a pure manipulator. And she's like, what are you talking about? You're just doing me a favor. And he's like, no, this is not what normal people do.
Welcome to the mall.
So good. I mean, I watched The Wire because everyone says The Wire's like the best, but The Wire is not as good as Sopranos, man.
I like The Wire.
First of all, hush, because I haven't finished it.
It's great. It's not as good as Sopranos. If you watch The Corner, which is a miniseries that The Wire...
The Corner is good.
The makers of The Wire made, and The Corner is like based on a real family, which they have show up at the end, and it's about how that family basically falls apart because of drugs and all that in Baltimore. It's just a miniseries, I think it's like 6 episodes or something, but it's really fucking good as well.
So good.
Yeah,
I don't know. The closest to like head fuck I can get to Sopranos, which was really good, is probably Hannibal. But that still doesn't come to how close Tony was.
I actually hated Hannibal. I didn't like it.
I don't like anything that's like pure like cannibals.
I'm sorry, what?
With the Danish actor Hannibal one, like the TV series.
You watch tons of stuff with cannibals. What are you talking about? If it's not cannibals, it's incest.
What film are you talking about?
It's your two genres of things you watch.
It's not true.
Tama.
Right, it's because I watched Flowers in the Attic and then he always goes like that. Oh my gosh.
Every time you watch something, I walk in and the person's like, I fucked my sister or something like that.
Well, I didn't know that was going to be in the movie. Because it's on Prime, okay? I didn't know it was going to be on the movie.
It's one of those rules of thumb. Like, someone has to walk in at the most awkward moment of the TV show.
Jeez, yeah, my girlfriend.
Your brother, you're like,
Yeah, my girlfriend's been watching that True Blood, and if you've ever seen that show, it's just it's sex everywhere. So at any second of the show is the awkward moment to walk in. And you know, it's super funny because like the most like innocent sort of thing could be happening in a show that I'm watching, and my girl would be like, "Is someone having sex?" And it's all real judgmental, like I'm watching something naughty. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking in, and there's just vampires fucking on the screen, and I'm just, what the fuck are you watching? Like,
One of our cats is named after Suki and True Blood because that's what Laura was watching at the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
I just didn't get the hype for it. Like, I really didn't.
True Blood's
I
pretty
mean, I know
good.
why
at least they
it's
know what
super
real
popular, but-
vampires.
Well,
True Blood's
There's
good,
not been
but
a
it
really
did that thing
good
that
vampire series in
Ever.
ages. That's not ever. Yeah.
True Blood's good, but
Yeah,
it does that
Kindred.
thing that a lot of things do that go on too long, where they kind of jump the
the
shark.
Strain.
They go too anime, too comic book. Do you know what I mean? And it gets too kind of ridiculous.
yeah.
I did like the
Just,
Strain though.
Strain's
That was
good.
great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The strain.
Oh
the strain.
yeah, I finally saw some part.
I
Is the
didn't
Strain the
realize that
one-
the strain was like a vampire thing until like I saw clips of it on YouTube, and I was like, oh shit, this actually looks good.
Yeah, but we said to you.
I still need to sit down and watch it, but yeah.
Yeah, Dark told me to actually watch it, and yeah, I love that character.
Who's the character
yeah.
that's the vampire that's hunting other vampires? Like he's got a
Is that
squad.
Blade.
Oh, Vaughn. You're talking about
No,
Vaughn.
from Strain.
Yeah, you're Vaughn.
Oh, the German guy. The
'Cause
guy
you're
that's
talking about-
playing
yeah,
the
'cause-
German.
I'm trying to
'Cause I
think
think that was
because I'm trying to think without spoiling some things because
Yeah.
there's a character in it who uses part of the vampire stuff to chase after him, but that's not what I mean.
The one scene that I'm thinking of is it's a black woman that's looking after kids, and then someone
Yep,
bursts
yep,
in, and then
Vaughn.
this crack squad of guys come in and just absolutely annihilate it,
Oh
and then they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bye.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, they're going after the elders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they work for the.
So they are
That
the
was
elders.
so
yeah.
sad. That bit. That was really sad.
Yeah, that was the clip I saw that I was like, oh shit, this guy looks cool, like freaking tactical vampires. Fuck yeah.
So I don't want to spoil the
Yeah.
the main character in the Strain is very unlikable,
Yeah.
but the
Oh, yeah.
ending is so satisfying because of that.
I thought that as
Alright,
well.
fair enough.
And that is, I think, rare in a TV series that goes on more than one season.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I love the rat guy. He's so good.
Yeah,
He was
that's the
such
one
a-
that
Oh yeah,
Dark told me to pay attention to. I'm like, yep, he was right.
Vasily, I think his name was.
He
Ukrainian
was
guy.
like, you know what? He would be a character that you would play Swindle. Like,
No, he's a Glim character. What are you talking about?
oh, actually,
what the
he is. Sorry,
That's why I said the
sorry,
Glim, 'cause
Swindle. Sorry, Glim.
he's literally
yeah,
the
he
exterminator.
is actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm exterminator. I'm the
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, that's
oh
true.
I'm always doing
fuck,
forensic.
what's that actor's name?
What's up?
Fuck, what's his name? I'm literally staring at the guy's face. You're Vasily Fett?
That's the character.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, cool. I legitimately, from all like the clips and things, I thought he was the
Yeah,
main character.
he's the best
He's
thing
like,
in it,
yeah,
man.
well, he is kind of like a main character. I would say he's like the main character.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
He's like,
The group becomes like the
true-
main characters as it goes on, man.
yeah,
It's really good.
he's like the true hero.
I think the books
I
for it are
think.
basically just a novelization of the series. I don't think they were done separately.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: the wee boy was such a pain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but again, that's why
yeah.
the ending's so
Well,
good.
I mean, to be
Right,
fair,
we're gonna have to go
most
because
kid
Laura will start
characters-
telling you the endings if we don't go.
I mean, I've already know that, like, because I know for one thing, if I started watching Strain, Vaughn is my favorite character. I know he doesn't show up until later, and I know he dies. So, like,
Well, one of the horror series that I
Spoiler?
like that I could talk about that I have already seen it, well, From. That's fucking fun. I really like that
Laura
series.
loves From.
Oh, so fucking
oh,
good.
I love From.
yeah,
It's so creepy at the start with the old lady.
What do you mean at the start? All of it's fucking creepy.
yes,
You should watch
yeah.
the recent
Wait, what's it called?
series.
From.
I've seen all of it.
From.
F-R-O-M.
It's literally
I've
just
never seen it.
From. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. You'd love it.
Do you
Oh,
like-
From. Yeah.
Yeah.
How they get killed? I'm like, damn, that is some vicious. What do they do to them?
And
They're
you still
so
don't know. You don't know
evil.
why.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
and then
really
have you guys finished the
skeptical.
first season?
Guys,
I have seen all of them.
nobody
Oh,
knows
jeez.
why
Yeah.
anything is in it because they haven't decided.
And then that crazy.
because it's like
that
Lost.
crazy
They don't know
last-
what they're fucking doing.
Yes. And
I
I'm so concerned it's gonna be like Lost. That's why I'm not getting into it. I will watch like episode
You know what?
recaps of it, but
I
I will
like it
not watch
for-
it.
I like it for the monstery bits. when it's like got the monster bits or the weird
It has
things
good
that
scenes,
happen.
moments.
Yeah.
I like it when they kill people because they do follow the rule
Someone
that
snap
if
for
they
it.
I like that
die,
they found out
stay
how to
dead.
kill him.
See
I was
that
like,
bit
oh.
with the girl in the bathroom? That was, you know, the one in they were like chatting, but she was like one of the monsters. That was such a. I felt so sorry for the guy, but he was so naive to let her in. And I was like,
can you
why
tell
would
me?
you let her
I
in?
didn't really pay attention to it, but what I said early on is they're going to just like ignore the stones that keep them out. Because that was just them letting them think they were safe with the stones.
Yeah,
and then
I
they're
felt
just
like
going to
that,
go, yeah,
yeah.
these don't work. We're just like playing with you. Has that actually been revealed yet?
Wow.
No.
I think
not
it's
yet.
slightly been revealed. It's kind of
I bet
been
you
a
that.
wee bit
I bet you that's the
revealed.
thing.
It's been revealed in the fact that if the windows are broken, it's not a secure building, they can get in. But it has to be a secure building and they follow the rules. That
Yeah,
seems
but
to be
was
it.
that not the last series? Was it not like they were saying like as if this doesn't really work? I thought that's what they meant by those stones at one point, but maybe
Yeah, like
I'm
2 episodes in or
misinterpreting
something, I
it.
was like to Laura, I was like, they're going to turn around at one point and just take the stone off and just go, yeah, these don't do anything.
There
And
has
that
been a couple of
replication of the guy as well, when that guy replicates.
him. That actor is great because
that was so scary. He's got such a
he was an
scary face.
extra. He just had such a great smile. They just had to keep him in because he had such a great smile.
Yeah, he's got such an evil. He's
By
got
the
such
way,
an evil face.
The ginger guy,
Come off as lost.
What was that?
What was
Swindle was
that?
saying the guy who came up that's gonna come off as lost. Who said that?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The main character is from Lost.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. He's. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He's the dad.
It's
Yeah.
the producer or the writers or something are from Lost, which
I
is why
think
I was
so.
like, this is just going to be.
Yeah.
This is going to go on forever
Which is
until
why-
it's terrible.
I thought
Yeah,
as
which
well.
is why I'll watch the season recaps, but I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there watching full episodes.
Yeah, but when
because,
she comes back, I was thinking, why did you come back?
Because they
Why would
need
you
her.
do
because
that?
her family's still in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was just kind of like, yeah, I felt like you're in the outside world. You got like decent food and everything. You know, go take that
He
shower.
cares about people. What the fuck?
She's like,
yeah, I know.
She's over here like, who cares about family?
I told you.
They're trapped.
We did a zombie
lady.
survival game, and the setup was like, okay, you're all sitting in the flat. I'm here with you. Me, Jim. I'm going to go down the shops to get blah blah. And then I go like 5 minutes past, 10 minutes past, half an hour past, I don't come back. What'd you do? And Laura's like, let's get the knives from the kitchen and go. And I was like, you're going to go look for me? She's like, no, let's get a car, drive away. Just abandon me, stone cold one.
Yeah, but I end up in the back of the boot.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Top of the back of the boot. Yeah, that was your brother that like put me in the back of the boot and left me while they went on the
you were
ferry, and
leaving
I
everywhere.
never came back. I'm sure like
I mean,
died in the back of the boot.
You kind of lose the right to complain about others leaving you behind when you leave others behind. I'm just saying.
Jesus. It's F you, and you over there. It's like, okay, fine.
Actually, it was so super funny because my girlfriend a while ago had started watching Lost, and I told her, I was like, by the end of it, you're gonna be pissed off because it's not gonna go how you think. And
I
then,
was more mad that the island disappeared. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, but by the end of the series, she's like, that was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever watched. And I was like, I tried to tell you before you started episode 1, girl.
Because
You know what really kind of
yeah.
what made me more mad is that I was so invested when I saw the polar bear. I'm like, why is there a polar bear here?
And
What
then
the
it was
fuck?
I feel
never
like
touched on
Yellow
again.
Jackets. I feel
Yeah.
like Yellow Jackets is going
same
kind of that way, even though they did survive.
This is why I don't like watching TV series until I know it's ended. Because then I know it has an ending.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can be judged as a whole piece. Does it have a good middle, beginning, and end? And it's not just going to tail off forever until the ratings go down and they just axe it.
So That's literally why I'm like, I'll watch the recaps for From, but until it ends and until until I know that the ending makes it worth it and that it actually has answers to these questions, I'm not going to invest the energy into it because I learned my lesson from Lost.
And I said this
that shit pissed me off.
I said this last season of Mythos as well. I don't really like time travel or like pocket dimension stuff, and then went ahead and used time travel and like pocket dimension in the game. But like generally, I don't like things because it's not satisfying.
Yeah,
they never bring it to a satisfying
you have to do
end.
it right.
It can be an element in
Yes.
a story, but if it's like the basis of your like the reveal or whatever, man, it just never feels satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. Fully agree.
Wait, I really got pee. I'm gonna get off now.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
Get you guys next week.
Ciao for now.
Excited.
Ciao, ciao.